Dr. Ruth, German talk show host, appearance only.
Wasn't she like 4'9" or something?
Yeah, your faces look the same. You have the picture of Dr. Ruth. Look at that. You guys have the same haircut.
How can I look like her, but also somebody from Guess Who?
Well, you have Guess Who face.
Mayo experience.
Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by Underdog. We are finally here, the 8th annual edition of the Custy Awards, featuring myself, Geoff Fienberg, Paul Shaughnessy, Jared Andrews, Garion Thorne, and one Mr. Man of the Hour, Tim Andercust!
Tim Andercust.
Not my name, and it's not my hour.
It is. Oh, it's going to be more than an hour, pal. Strap yourself in. The 7th-time defending most insane person of the year. Will it be 8? We'll find out in about an hour and 45 minutes. Fellas, you're back on the line. Glad to see you here. There's never been a Custies without this core 4, and there's never been anyone added. I'm glad to see you're all healthy and back here and, on the show. Happy to see you.
This is a podcast. You actually have to say something. People will just think it's dead air.
I was given Geoff the common courtesy of going first, but I will say the thing that I always love the most about the Custies, and I feel like I might say this at the beginning of every episode, is I legitimately have no idea what any of the nominees are. I remember nothing. I voted. I definitely know that. But it's not even like the winners give me joy. It's just hearing all the nominees again and remembering just how truly insane Tim is. It's a delight every single time.
So I would agree with Garion. Likewise, I was sort of giving him the floor, the mutual respect there. But some of it is kind of so far in the past, yet having voted that when you read them all off and we're asked to guess the winner, truth be told, I sort of, misremember what the zeitgeist of the Mayo media audience was at the moment where, I don't even do well with trying to figure out trying to even guess the podium. Like, that's how raw some of it feels, even though I lived it.
Now, we delayed the Custies a lot this year because we did that live show. You can check that out on the Mayo Media feed right now on YouTube. If you want to help us out, smash the like to this episode, sub to Mayo Media Network, rate 5-star review on Apple and Spotify for the Pat Mayo Experience podcast. Plus, there's the Cust Corner only feed on audio as well that you can subscribe to if you want to go catch up on all the previous Custies. But in the comment section, please give me your probably front runner for whatever it might be, for whatever category. Maybe you just want to say it's Cust is most insane again. I don't know, but it'll help us kind of narrow it down by the end of the year. But let's jump in. Category number 1, Tim. Most Andercursed miscellaneous sports. Do you remember what the nominees are for this category?
No idea.
Garion, do you?
He just said he didn't.
God, I'm trying to think of a guess even, but no, I got nothing. I mean, I assume the Jets.
Oh, yeah, the Jets are always on here. Come on now.
Yeah.
So we got, there's a lot of different ones. Manchester United is on this list, in case you don't remember. This might be just a Rob thing.
I don't remember.
That he puts in there. Tim said that the New York Jets being in their current position was as unlikely as Manchester United being relegated in the Premier League. The next game, their manager Ruben Amrim said relegation is a real possibility. Manchester United has not won the league since 2013, has had numerous management controversies, and had a negative goal differential. That sounds like a real Rob trying to extract something here. That didn't do very well in the voting, I can tell you that.
Shocking.
Jameis Winston. Tim said that the New York Jets would be 9-3 if they had Jameis Winston in place of Aaron Rodgers. Jameis was benched the next week.
No, I'm still not convinced I was wrong.
The PGA Championship. Tim claimed the PGA Championship was over on Saturday 18th, May 2024, and that Scotty Scheffler was assured to win, and he eventually lost to eventual champion Xander Schauffele by 8 strokes. He won it this year, though, and you didn't pick him.
No, that's true.
The Chicago Bears. Tim predicted the Chicago Bears would make the Super Bowl in 2024. They had lost 8 straight games as of the publishing of the Custy ballot. Mike Williams. Tim claimed that Mike Williams was a top 10 receiver
That's
in the
Jeff's
NFL.
fault. That's all Jeff's fault.
After being signed by the New York Jets, he recorded 166 yards over 9 games and was traded for a 5th-round pick.
There's an addendum to that one now too, because he just retired.
And now he's
retired.
retired.
He never even played again. And Tim blaming me. I never even liked Mike Williams that much as a Charger. So, like, I never talked him up to any point other than thinking if he was healthy, him and Rodgers could be a good, like, Rodgers likes to throw blind balls to the sky, and maybe Mike would come down with them. I'm sorry he never played with you.
This was
Bomb squad.
Well, they got a new bomb squad now.
He kept running the wrong routes.
Yeah, it's all his fault. But now it's all Aaron Rodgers' fault because he's not on the Jets anymore.
I haven't said
He was
anything.
broken. You guys clearly signed a broken player.
That's your fault.
Coming off an injury, an always broken player coming off a serious injury.
This was my favorite one throughout the course of the year because it made absolutely no sense, but I saw what Tim was trying to do with it. The Arizona Cardinals. Tim claimed that the Arizona Cardinals were the team he would most want to see do well outside the New York Jets, and that Kyler Murray was an MVP candidate. The Cardinals defeated the Jets that week and then lost 4 of their next 5 games and were eliminated from the playoffs.
I don't remember
That
that.
one I
but
remember.
You don't remember hyping up Kyler Murray for out of the blue for no reason the week they were playing the Jets.
I don't,
So you
actually.
could claim that if the Jets beat them, that they would have beaten an MVP candidate, according to you.
I don't remember that. I'm not saying it
Also
didn't happen,
important that I believe Kyler Murray, like, if not the week before, but 2 weeks before, had led a game-winning drive against the Dolphins, which I think was one of the big reasons Tim thought they were amazing.
I remember when they shut down the Chargers, but that's because the Chargers don't beat teams with winning records.
The New York Jets. Tim said that the Jets have the most talent at every position in the league. They were eliminated from playoff contention after losing to the Miami Dolphins in week number 14.
Yeah, but they got their revenge by knocking the Dolphins out of the playoffs in week 18.
Yeah,
so.
Tim likes to hold on to this, Gary, and that the Jets knocked the Dolphins out of the playoffs when they were already eliminated.
Was that when Tim was calling games his Super Bowl?
Yes, I
Yeah.
was.
Is it December? That's when Tim is calling games his Super Bowl.
November, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Potentially. We'll see how it happens this year.
No,
How
now
you
that Fields
feeling
has
about
got
the
a
Jets?
dislocated toe, I'm very concerned.
Fields is fine.
He wasn't fine. Even today, he wasn't back to full strength in practice.
I'm sorry. So more than a month before the season starts, the fact that he's practicing, you were ready to throw in the towel already. As of like 4 days ago, the towel was thrown in.
I'm not feeling super confident about this
all,
season.
all Justin can do is get the scramblies. So
And
when
who
your
wouldn't
feet aren't
want-
at 100%, it's pretty scary.
And who wouldn't want a golf cart ride, Tim? It's hot out.
Would you want a golf cart ride?
Well, yes.
Do you think you can scramble as well as Justin Fields?
No, I do not.
Now, you claimed
know
that
what-
Aaron Rodgers was a better scrambler than Jalen Hurts
I know what I said.
last year. Is he better than Justin Fields?
Whatever.
Can you answer the question?
I don't even understand the question.
You don't understand the premise of the
I
question?
don't understand who you're asking is better than who.
I'm asking, is Justin Fields better than Aaron Rodgers at scrambling?
Yes, Aaron Rodgers not going to be that good.
But he was awesome last year when he was a better scrambler.
I thought
than
he
Jalen
was
Hurts.
going to be. That was before everything went sideways.
The last one, and this one is very close to my heart. Cedric Tillman. Tim did not know who Cedric.
It just doesn't win. People aren't paying attention.
It was my vote. It did not win. It didn't even place on the podium. I'll give you that
I
spoiler.
forgot about him. I learned about him, and then he got a concussion. He never played again.
That's true, and he's still hurt.
Oh my goodness.
He might not start the season.
Oh my gracious.
All you had to, you're like, this guy he made one catch. Like, it was like, this guy's pretty good. You're like, oh my God, this guy is great. Never played again. He might retire like Mike Williams.
That's rough.
All right, Gary, and those are all of the nominees for most Andercursed miscellaneous sports. What do you think that the winner was? It received 37.3% of the vote.
So I just have to assume the Jets is number one here, just with how disastrous that season was. I will also say that to sort of like, I have an understanding of myself and my own faults, which is something Tim does not, which is why I don't have a show named after me. But my blind spot for the Custies is always golf, because I'm not on those shows. I don't really watch those shows, but I feel like the golf stuff always does incredibly well. So I think him Andercursing, was it the US Open or was it the
PGA.
It was the PGA, and it was after Scheffler got arrested.
Yeah, and then he came out and shot like 66 or something. Now, everybody did at Valhalla. That wasn't much of a course, but still.
But I would say that's gonna be on the podium.
Jameis and the Jets. I feel we ran with pretty hard. I'll say Jameis and the Jets.
So you see, you want
shows up well.
so it's two different ones. It's just the Jets in general, but then there's Jameis. Those are two separate ones.
Don't forget Manchester United.
Yeah, don't forget, man. That came dead last. If you had to,
Of course it
if
did.
you wanted to know.
Of course it did.
There's always one in the voting every year.
You're
I'm
saying
like,
it's
this is a reach. There's so many things he curses.
The
We don't have to
Manchester
like
United
pick them
of
up.
this list.
It's the Jets.
Dead
Of
last?
it's the Jets of this list. If you really want to be specific about it, because they weren't relegated, as it turned out.
They should be.
Number 3 on the podium, the Chicago Bears, and your Super Bowl pick.
I mean, I was really, really wrong about them, so that's understandable.
How do you feel about the Bears this year?
I actually feel very positive about them and the Vikings, and very negative about the Lions and Packers.
How
So
come?
I think that the Packers are not nearly as good as people think they are. I'm still not 100% convinced with their quarterback. And I know Jeff disagrees, but I like Caleb a lot. I think he's going to make some big strides in his second year. I just said you don't think he's as good as I think he is. We
had them going to the You had them
Yes.
going to the Super Bowl last year.
And
I
you-
had to sort of be the sane person,
and you
argue
compared
against
him
that.
to Dorian Thompson-Robinson. So I guess
I
somewhere in
had to be
between
the
us.
There were weeks where they both played and they looked like the same guy. But
And the Vikings are
I
still
don't
loaded,
hate
so.
Caleb Williams at all.
Well, Chicago was number 3. Number 2 on the list, Mike Williams.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
but
he's going to die in. Like, he's going to go see Jeff at the Hall of Fame game. He's just going to pass away.
Well, he's just like
You know
Phillip
what? I
Rivers
might
signing
see
as a
him.
Charger to retire.
I didn't realize Phillip Rivers hadn't retired yet.
I was shocked to hear that he hadn't retired after 5
So-
years of not playing football.
Well, there were all those rumors that, the 49ers were always sniffing around, but then Purdy became a star, but then Purdy'd get hurt a lot. There's a coordinated propaganda campaign that the Chargers are taking part in right now to try to win over San Diego.
I think
Like,
this should
Gates
reset
going-
his Hall of Fame clock now. He just retired this year.
Gates going into the Hall of Fame. The Chargers introducing those Navy 90s, late 80s throwbacks. Phillip Rivers retiring a Charger. They're on. They're trying to win over San Diego right now.
The Jets won.
That's not surprising.
It wasn't particularly close.
No, fair enough.
Cedric Tillman just missed out based on percentage points.
I feel like we didn't make enough of a deal of that. Like you and I were far more aware of that than like the public were in general. We didn't talk about it much on the
It
show.
also happened very late in the year.
I want to say like around
Yeah, but
Canadian Thanksgiving?
The ballot comes out like mid-December.
Okay.
So it had.
Yeah.
He could have actually come back by that point, but he just didn't. And it's Cedric
Now,
Tillman.
I have a proposal. I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this. And this is a very obscure reference. I don't know why it's the first thing that came to my head, but there used to be like this show that whichever network had the Super Bowl that year, they would kind of do like a best Super Bowl commercials of all time rankings,
Remember
like the week before or whatever. And at a certain point, I remember they came on to start the show and they were like, hey, just so you know, we're retiring the Mean Joe Green commercial because it wins every year and we want to like spice this up and have some actual stakes going into the final couple of rankings. Should we retire the Jets from being able to be Andercursed or at least be able to be nominated to be Andercursed?
Yeah. I don't know, because you get that, but then you also get Aaron Rodgers blowing his knee out on the 4th play of the game after they're going undefeated and winning the Super Bowl. Like, that's the clear winner.
Yeah, and they've never fought through it. Like, they still haven't made the playoffs since the show's era. Like, they haven't.
It's true.
This is fully acknowledging they never will fight through it and will continue to be a very viable candidate. So we might just have to say they win a lifetime custody. Well, just to open up the voting a little.
Well, that's something that I think we're going to do in 2 years' time. That we're going to do the 10th annual custies.
Wrap her up.
And then I think we might wrap it up with, we'll see if it continues.
Because he's never going to lose.
The in memoriam for that show is going to be wild.
Either way, we do the best of the all-time custies.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
So the 10-year anniversary of the most cursed things of the past 10 years.
Maybe
Sounds awful.
Control X
Maybe
guy.
that's the next live show.
That would be amazing. But right in the comment section
of the custies, the retirement of the custies, Kim going 10 straight years because I behave flawlessly. A lot of it.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section whether or not you would come to a live version of the 10th Custies, the best of the decade from us. Fantasy football season is back with a vengeance. You can get yourself the best tools possible this year, be it for season long, DFS, or betting, whatever it is you need, you can get it at 4for4.com/Mayo. The most accurate projections and rankings in the business, 4 different levels. Code Mayo will get you 25% off everything, and you can upgrade. Just the classic, season long, $39 a season. You can go monthly. That's going to cost you double. You should just buy it for the season. And then you get down to the betting package, $249 per season, minus 25%. For Code Mayo, you get the props, the sides, the total bets, the tackle props, the player prop tool, the betting Discord, the articles, and everything else included in every other package. Get on it now so you can win your league. 4for4.com/Mayo. Most Andercursed non-sports is up next.
I think there's a clear winner for this.
Really? There was one with 46% of the vote.
I'm surprised it's only got 46% of the vote.
Well, we also have some deaths in here as well. Some
Yeah, I know, but
murders.
we called somebody up on the stage.
You would be good at traitors.
I don't watch that show.
You'd be you would be a traitor because you're done with murders. Maggie Smith is up first. Tim said that Maggie Smith was in her prime as an actress. It would make a great follow-up to Kathy Bates as Matlock. She died the next day.
All I can
In her
remember,
prime.
he's not here.
There she is in her full prime right there.
He's not here.
Prime.
But
Oh
the
my
look-
god, there's a comedian who every time someone like over the age of 60 dies just tweets out like, "Damn, cut down in their prime." That's not even a joke for Tim. He's just like, "Yeah, she's killing it right now."
This
Who
happened while
wouldn't
we
want
were
to be Maggie
in
Smith?
this happened while we were in Montreal, and he's not here. But the look in Mike's face.
Mike Baxter?
Yeah, when Mike Baxter, when he heard this news, it's like he looked like a ghost. All the blood rushed him, and he just looked at me like this. And I was like, yeah, I guess.
Then you set that alarm to wake him up, and then you
That
went
was-
back to bed.
That was days later. Days later.
But still hasn't let it go.
Well, like, whatever. It was an alarm. I was going to get up.
Next murder of the year, Mike Bullard. Tim was wondering why no one knew who Mike Bullard was. He died later that day.
That was very...
Later that day he died.
That was so eerie. We were
Struck
sitting
down
here.
in his hair prime, Tim.
We were sitting in the house. It was a football Sunday. I'll tell you how it came up. Because Pat believes, and he's wrong about this, by the way, he thinks that the show Man Tracker is fixed, which it isn't. And so we were talking about Man Tracker, and we talked about famous Canadian television shows. And I said, Man Tracker is like one of the most famous Canadian, at its peak, he was a very famous Canadian television person.
He was
and
not
I said,
a famous
on
Canadian.
par with like Mike Bullard. And you said, Mike Bullard hasn't been known for 20 years. I said, he was a very famous person. He had a late night show every night on CTV after. He was on Comedy Network for a while, and then CTV picked it up. Well, later that evening, the poor man passed away suddenly. It was so shocking.
Gary, you're younger than us. Do you even know who Mike Bullard is?
So I think I've told this story before, but my dad used to do stand-up like a lot in Toronto. And I guess Mike Bullard was like, relatively prevalent in that scene of people. And for some reason, there was like a rumor that went around in the backstages of like these comedy venues that one time Mike Bullard got food poisoning before a show and shit himself.
He's like
And the
Psycho
running
Sid.
joke,
This is not a funny story. This is all terrible.
and the
Why are you
running
telling this
joke
story?
was, I think it culminated in like, this is again like the mid to late 90s. Someone was like, "What was the first thing OJ said when he got out of jail?" I was like, "Is it true Mike Bullard shit himself on stage?" So yeah, he was I'll just say he from my knowledge, he was not an overly respected Toronto-based comedian, but yeah, I know who Mike Bullard is.
Dr. Ruth was listed as one of Tim's role models for appearance.
Which I never
She died
said.
2 days later.
Which I never said. People made that joke about her, comparing her to like I never said that. So like I don't think this one should count.
Well,
My connection to this is very orthogonal.
some other most Andercurse non-sports, Shake and Bake
Oh, yeah.
Tim said that Shake and Bake was still roaring in popularity, like it was the 1920s. The brand soon removed the bag designed for shaking from the box and came under fire from various social media influencers.
What's the best part?
Like
Is
Tim.
the bag. You go like this and you shake her up. It's the best part. How can you shake?
With that shake you just did, I don't know if it's getting shook.
It's getting shook.
I think you're shook. I don't know about the bag, pal.
Missed the Shake and Bake bag.
Stefan.
This is going to win.
Tim met a fan of the show named Stefan while we were at the President's Cup in Montreal.
Wasn't just me. Jeff met him too.
Tim shook his hand. Later that night, Stefan's car was stolen.
I actually didn't meet him.
You didn't?
You came back to our spot, but you were strutting like a peacock.
And then got
and you were
scared
so
because it was a
happy
peacock.
You were so happy to tell me about an amazing fan interaction you had, and you were glowing. Tim, like there was an afterglow on you after meeting him. That's what I experienced. I actually didn't get to meet him till the live show.
Well, actually, you got to meet him through DM since he's the one who broke the news.
Yes. Can you walk us through that, Jeff? Because that was a whole production at our Airbnb with the 10 of us there.
Well, yeah, I got the DM, like the whole story from Stefan about the car, about it getting stolen, about it being correlated to meeting Cust. And here I am in like, an Airbnb with 8 or 10 of you. And I pretty much, I was like so excited to share the news of the day.
And he was already excited because remember, he had bunk bed experience.
That's true.
So he was really
He'd
good
been
at
to
bunk
a lot
beds.
of camps. He had bunk bed experience. He was a pro at this.
Yes.
But he had this story. And you know, Jeff can't sit on the story.
No, he couldn't.
Yeah, no, I couldn't sit on the story. I was like giggling. I couldn't wait for like more people to wake up and share it with you. Like I was like a gossiping high school girl.
Now, Cody Lankar kind of got overshadowed by Stefan. So Cody did a hero's journey by rewatching every single Cust corner and making notes to each of us. He also sent you those Batman Forever mugs.
That's very nice.
Did you bring those home with you?
Yes.
Or are they here still?
No, I brought home.
Rob, do you drink cold? Do you put them in the freezer and then pour your Diet Coke into them so you have the frosty glass?
That would be nice. No, I don't.
Why don't you do that?
I should do that.
Frozen mugs underrated.
I agree.
Like
He's like
accessory,
Dante
yeah.
going through the circles of the Inferno.
Which stage?
All of them.
All of them at once.
He went through every corner, and Dante went through every level of hell.
He began listening to each episode of Cust Corner and providing the recaps, but then he became gravely ill and briefly hospitalized in the middle of listening to these. He's okay now, as the last time I spoke with Cody. He's doing okay. Shout out to you, Cody. Thanks for the support. My vote for this was not Stefan. It was this one, which did not win. Tim demanded quarter pounders be a larger
This
focus
happened mid-show, too.
of McDonald's marketing team. He also said that quarter pounders are amongst the best burgers in the world.
They are.
Later in that same segment on the show, the BBC reported that McDonald's quarter pounders had caused an E. coli outbreak.
That was a rough one.
That came in third place with only 16% of the vote. Dame Maggie Smith, dead Maggie Smith, was your silver medalist. From beyond the grave, with 18% of the vote. Only 55% of the vote for Stefan.
Surprises me.
I thought it would have been like...
I think you're right. I think Cody really needs to be... That to me is so... I mean, now that he's okay, it's hilarious. Just that he undertook this task and his system got too much Cust and just shut down.
Nietzsche says in Beyond Good and Evil, if you stare into the abyss stares back at you. Fear not to wrestle with monsters, lest thou becomest a monster, Nietzsche says.
What do you think is Stefan getting his car stolen on the Pantheon? Like at the all-time Custies, will that win an award?
Yeah, that's right up there with La La Land.
I think
Do you wear that hat everywhere?
No, not everywhere, but I wear it a lot. I'm proud of what's wrong with my hat. I'm proud of my hat.
Well, what is
Gotta have a
what is it about the hat that you like the most?
I just like the block lettering and people know where I've been.
So you like block letter hats?
I like some block letter hats. I like the comments.
What kind of block letter hats don't you like?
I don't like white ones because I would get them filthy.
If you had a block letter hat, you'd be like pumped to wear it?
I like block letter hats.
Well, do we have news for you?
Oh no. Oh no.
Because it's the Custies, we have the Cust hat.
Oh wow.
So put that on, pal.
All right.
That's the second best block letter hat that Pat's ever made one of us wear on a show. Behind the time I had to wear a MAGA hat.
That's not a block letter hat. I feel like the hat that has writing on it. No, block letter has to have like the big, massive, huge letters.
I'm surprised. Like,
you can't have too many.
There has to be that style of MAGA hat, right? That just says MAGA on it.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
I would
But
assume
At the time,
the one
no.
Garion had to wear was not.
When Garion lost the bet and had to wear the MAGA hat, it was a simpler time.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, it even fits you better. Cust! There you go. Most reverse cursed of the year. I think this is the one that had the biggest landslide victory. We'll just get to that one right away because you don't get enough credit as you have told us. But you will get credit for this one. And everyone remembers it, and people gave you a lot of props at the time for it. On the Week 15 recap show, Tim discussed how teams are allowed to attempt a free kick.
Oh, yeah, the 1 point free kick. Yes. Oh, yes. That was so great. It was so great. And what was so great about it was that it's happening that next Thursday. And like the spot happens out, and I'm sitting on my couch going, oh, actually, this is a circumstance where the Chargers could attempt this kick. And like for the first little bit, they're not talking about it. And then Al Michaels, who knows the rules because he used to be with John Madden, said, well, actually, they could actually attempt a free kick. And then the referees walked over to the coach. I was like, yes, this is happening. This is happening. And then it happened and they made it. And it was so great. Oh my God, that was a great moment. That was such a great moment.
I think it was like everyone was legitimately so happy.
Everyone was. I think it's the happiest everyone's ever been for you.
It was such a great moment.
It was the first time that it had resulted in points since 1976.
Yeah, it had been attempted a few times, like not even that long ago, like 2014, 2013. Like it comes up like once a decade. But then it happened the subsequent Thursday from the live show, and it was the Chargers, so everyone was watching who watches this show, and it went in, and I got all the credit. Oh, that was such a great day.
Like you don't strike me as someone that experimented with drugs, but
No.
like the feeling of euphoria that was shooting through your body, like that was firing through your body, might be the closest you ever come to like a great trip.
It was a get off the couch and fist pump moment, which is what exactly happened.
I wish we really need a camera on you at all times.
No, you don't. It'd be boring.
I don't know about that. Oh, Paul wants to chime in.
MTV.
Did you eat anything? Like, did you have did you reward
I
yourself
don't remember.
with something?
I wish I could
After that?
remember that, Paul. I probably
should
did.
have.
I probably did.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, Paul, guaranteed, because like
It was just
it
before
was
half,
late
so.
at night, even later for you guys on your time zone. And there's no way Tim could have like calmed down and gone to bed with just the onslaught, the avalanche of credit he was getting from the internet that night. He wasn't falling asleep early. He ate.
Did you have
a treat?
Did you have a fair catch free kick beat?
No, but that was such a great moment. I forgot about that completely. Makes it
It was
all
going right
worthwhile.
into halftime. You had 13 minutes.
It was such a great moment.
I rarely stay up to watch the primetime games. I watch them the next morning on like fast forward in between the plays. But I was actually out. I was like, oh my God, it's happening. My ex blew up.
Of course, like this most obscure things that we referenced offhanded, and then it's just happening. Like,
And it happened to the Chargers.
and it happened positively to the Chargers. So like everyone was delighted.
The Boston Celtics came in second with 20% of the vote.
I don't remember what that's about.
You said that they had failed repeatedly to win the NBA championship.
Well, they had failed repeatedly to win an NBA
You
championship.
kept talking about it. Apparently, I don't.
I don't like them.
The New York Mets, after long picking the New
They're
York Mets,
looking so good this
you
year.
abandoned the Mets, and they finally won a playoff series. Then you jump back on board, and they immediately lost to the Dodgers.
I think they're probably going to win the World Series
Good news, Garion.
against the Blue Jays.
I was gonna say, earlier when we were talking about who would deserve like a lifetime custody, I was gonna bring up the Mets, but I'm purposefully not trying to talk about baseball in hopes that Tim doesn't say anything he's gonna regret.
I have
on
been
this
watching
episode.
like for the last 3 weeks, like parts of, if not all of, every game.
Yeah,
Right.
great.
So happy about that.
They've been playing great, by the way. Like,
Thanks.
You also claim that England would be a disaster in the 2024 Euros.
well, in a way they were because they lost in a penalty shootout at the end. They didn't win.
I wouldn't call going to the finals of and a penalty shootout being a disaster in the Euros.
The English expect to win every single time. So them not winning is sort of
They
disastrous.
never win. It's like you in the most insane award. You always think you're gonna win, you never do
Well,
win.
just Geoff is usually so misbehaved. People don't give him his due.
Yeah, but misbehaving and insane are two separate things.
Some of his misbehavior is crazy, as we will come to discuss.
Green Bay Packers. It sounds like you're down on the Packers again.
I'm not super pumped about the Packers. I am more about, like, if you told me who's going to win the division, I'd say probably Minnesota.
Here is one that I just is an offhand comment that you made that got thrown in here.
Sometimes those can be very dangerous.
Tim said that Marlon Humphrey was an example of a cornerback who was not good anymore. As of week 18, he was third in the league in interceptions and number 9 in the Pro Football Focus
I don't know why I
corner
made that
rankings.
comment. I don't recall the context. I'm sure I said it. I just don't know why I said it.
But you get your flowers for the.
It's such a great moment.
We didn't even know how to put it. It was the only category it really fit into. But it
appreciate
had to be rewarded.
No, I
it won a
appreciate
custy. It's very exciting
Yeah,
stuff.
that was great.
Most egregious claim of the year.
Okay.
Always a fave.
Oh, you have you know what the favorite is?
No, just always a personal fave of mine. This might be my favorite category.
Yeah, I think this is always the best category. Truck driver. Tim claimed he would make an excellent long haul truck driver, despite not knowing what a lot lizard was.
I think I'd be good driving the truck on the highway, particularly if I had my own level.
Well, if you want to hear more about levels and truck driving simulators, tune into the Encore edition of the live show that we did, where Tim broke this down in detail. Holding a flashlight. Tim claims to be one of the world's leading experts in holding flashlights.
I'm very good at holding that
Which
flashlight.
was brought up today in our group chat after you said you could survive on Alone Africa.
I think I could for a few days.
Oh
For a few
Wasn't that
days.
like a King of the Hill plot? Wasn't like Bobby really good at holding a flashlight or something? That seems like it would have been.
You do have big Bobby Hill vibes.
No, I don't.
You really do.
No, I don't.
So,
What
Tim,
would you do if someone stole your purse, Tim?
Like everyone
That's what I learned
who
at that self-defense
knows,
course.
every single person who knows you would tell you you could not do this survival Africa alone thing.
But I wouldn't
And
like
you-
win. I had no chance of winning. But
You
I think
said
I
you
could
could
get
survive
you like
a week.
5
No,
or 6 days, maybe a week.
Not a chance. Not
Because
a
you just
chance.
fish, and I'm a good angler. I
you
can
can't.
fish.
Yeah, but you are too afraid to touch a fish.
I would if I was really hungry and like that. You're
How
allowed
would
to
you
bring-
could it? How would you cut it?
Well, I would have to start a fire and cook it that
How
way.
would you
He
start
would
the
fillet
fire?
out.
With a
Tim,
flint.
Why would
peace
you have
and
a
love,
flint?
okay?
I think you're allowed to bring
Hold on.
stuff like that. Like you can bring your own bow and arrow, for example. So I think you can bring it.
Yeah, Tim also talked to us about how easy a bow and arrow would be to use.
What I said was it shouldn't be that hard to draw it back.
When you're
Yeah,
like,
fine, but you wouldn't be able to strike it accurately with enough
It would
pressure
take
to
practice,
do
but
anything
if you're
to
alone
anyone.
all day long and you have nothing else to
you
do,
would be full fucking cheddar bob on
Tim,
yourself with a bow and arrow.
I would say this. Just take this, fair and balanced outsider POV with peace and love.
Fuck you.
Pat
that
has
meme
to-
is going to be very sad.
No, Pat, literally, sometimes I get the impression that Pat, you are more dependent on him than like his 5 and 6 4-year-old children.
For certain things.
For certain things, yeah, sure, okay. I know where I have
That's
weak-
enough.
I'm self-aware enough to know where my weaknesses lie.
So someone mentioned that
No, if you think you could survive 5 days in Africa alone in a
You
Sahara,
just have to survive. Like I'm not going to get eaten by a hippopotamus.
you might, or a lion. It's
fast.
in the African wilderness.
No, I would just find a cave and hang out there.
As someone pointed
yeah,
out,
what if the old man you stole the pie from shows up? Then where do you run?
not even that. He's going to hide out in a cave for 5 days, apparently, and not eat. And that's going to be him staying out in the wilderness in Africa. Whereas someone pointed out to us that you had a screaming fit and ran across the golf course when there was a 1-inch garden snake. Were you there when I found the dead snake and put it in the bunker? Did I do that to
No,
you?
you
Oh,
didn't.
that's too bad.
Also, what do you think hang out in caves, Tim?
Yeah,
Well, I don't know. I'd keep guard.
in the dark
Well, in the dark.
with snakes and bugs
look,
and tarantulas.
I'm
I have
sure-
no idea if they. I think
Is
they're
the
all
show
sort
also fixed according to you? Is
I
this
don't
like
know.
American Ninja Warrior?
I have not watched enough
Man
of it.
Tracker, which is all fixed.
Okay, how can Man Tracker not be fixed?
It's not fixed.
They're following the fucking people around with a camera crew.
They may be little tiny GoPros. You don't know.
It was filmed in like 2003.
Still, like a camera.
It's like 5 people following someone around.
It kind of blends
with
into
lights
the background.
and a boom mic.
I don't think they were running around with a boom mic and big
How
lights.
how are they able to have any audio?
They have audio. People are like microphoned, like they're clipped.
Did you see the microphone on them?
I'm sure if I haven't watched the show in a long time.
You don't see the microphone.
You don't know that. You're just asserting that.
I've seen the show.
I've seen it too, but I don't remember anything one way or
Well,
the
when
other.
someone
about
works in
microphones.
television production, they
Well,
notice.
when you
these
think
things.
everything is rigged,
It is. It's scripted.
everything's scripted. Nothing's real.
Ian,
Everything's a 3-camera comedy.
even the stuff that you watch on TikTok for 12 hours a day, most of that is just fake news.
I mean, some of it definitely.
Most of it is.
I mean,
The vast majority of it is.
Not even fake news. A lot of it's just AI generated.
Do you like that?
No, I don't. I'm terrified of it.
Garion, do you think Tim should get into the manosphere?
I don't know what that is.
It's like
I'm
men's
sure I know what that
rights.
is.
No.
Like when
Oh!
you're
The
like
stuff
when you're
that Jeff's hanging out with, discussing on Rumbler.
yeah,
and
well, we
4chan.
need to get bigger on Rumble.
Well, that's Jeff's job.
Yeah, Jeff has kids and stuff like that.
Doesn't prevent him.
Aw,
from
Tim's a sweet boy. I don't think he should be going down.
No,
this rabbit hole.
Cust is in the perfect position. He can like really go like the breakdown of Western society. People aren't having kids anymore. All these people also don't have kids of their own. It's really weird.
Do you remember the day last winter when that person was standing outside the Mary Brown's with a sign that said, "Mary Brown shortchanged me, give me money"?
No,
It was just right down there. It was like before football Sunday. We were laughing about it.
no,
Some person was like in a chair in the cold with a sign that said, "Mary Brown's had shortchanged them."
I don't remember that. I do remember when that crazy guy said that the NHL was rigged by like globalists or something
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
That person was particularly.
It was a handwritten
It was-
8-page document.
It looked like the sort of stuff that's in John Doe's diary. That's what it looked like.
that was like 15 years ago. Martial arts. Tim claimed he could easily achieve being a black belt in a variety of martial arts disciplines. He's just scared of being injured.
I think while black belt is impressive, it's not as hard to get as you think.
Well, maybe, but I still don't think you could do it.
It would take time.
I remember I had a friend who like took Taekwondo, and he did seem to get belts pretty fast. But like, I still have to imagine, like, how many belts is it from beginner to black belt? It's got to be like 7 or 8 at least,
Probably.
right?
Yeah, it would take time.
Do you know who is a black belt?
No.
Kenny Kim.
Okay.
He told that story on the Custy's preview show as we were talking about this one. But he's pretty sure that it was only because the sensei was like trying to bang his mom or something like that. So he just kept giving him belts.
Keep coming back, more lessons. Yeah.
It's like the swimming badges. It didn't matter. As long as your parents kept paying for the lessons, you got a different color badge.
How many badges did you get?
I got all the way to, was it gray?
Does that mean you were a lifeguard?
No. I was never that good. This is when I was a kid. No.
Mountain climbing. Tim claimed it would be easy to climb to a base camp of
Well,
a mountain.
when I say easy, I don't mean like a walk in the park. I'm saying you don't, like, if you spent 6 months to a year training and dieting, getting to base camp at Mount Everest is a very achievable goal for the average person.
And you're the average person.
If you gave me 12 months and said train for this, and I actually put my shoulder to the wheel and did that, I think I could.
Jeff, 18 shots in 18 holes.
A
Tim
beer.
said that he could competently complete
A
a round
beer.
of golf by taking a shot for each hole he
I mean,
completed.
that is why golf is 18 holes.
You think
The
you
Scots
could
who
competently
invented it-
complete a round of golf taking a shot a hole?
The Scots who invented
Do
it,
you think that you could do that? Yes or no?
not of hard alcohol,
So no.
of like a seltzer.
The fuck is that?
That's not a shot.
Like
It's not a shot.
Well, I mean, it is a shot.
We're
Shot
gonna-
is a measurement of liquid.
So you still think that you can do this?
Of like seltzer.
No,
like a White Claw.
there's no shots of seltzer. You're doing a fucking shot of whiskey or something.
No, I don't think I could do
You'd be
18.
passed out by hole 4.
Well, I wouldn't be passed after 4 shots.
What would that be? 3 White Claws?
Something like that.
I don't even know if it would be even that, honestly.
Mobile, you think you could do it, Paul? Yeah. 18 shots and 18 holes? Today?
Yeah.
I try drinking like I used to. Like when I go out, that I try to drink like I'm 23, and I'm like annihilated after 20 minutes, and I have to sleep it off for 3 days.
Could anyone on our trip do it?
Yes, there's one man in particular that could do the 18 shots and 8. When you did the century last year, he did a century along with you while shooting Jack Daniels in between the shots of beer.
That was happening.
And then he was like, I could do 200 more shots.
That was happening.
He'll do it again this year, too.
I hope not.
Mobility, Jeff. Tim claimed to be average amongst most young
average.
adults in mobility.
I'm not on a cane.
Do you think that's the barometer? If you're not in a wheelchair,
Yeah, actually,
or have
I do.
a cane, that you're above average or average in
I
mobility.
think you're basically either you have significant mobility challenges, you're an Olympic athlete, or anywhere in between, you're average.
So me and you are both average in terms
Yeah.
of mobility.
You're a better average than my average, but yes, we both would fall in the average range. We don't need a walker.
How big
or a
do you
cane.
think the average range is? Like
large.
we're talking
Apparently,
like 5 to
2%,
95%.
2 to 98%
Like it's
is
a,
average.
a
According to
very
Tim.
large swatch. Like I would be in the top 30 percentile for mobility. Like bottom 30 percentile, but like in
So
the
below
healthy range.
average.
well below average.
No, to me, average is anywhere from 15 to 85.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, anyone in there has average mobility. Means you could complete, a full day of walking or hiking without much difficulty, stuff like that.
You have problems getting up after 40 minutes sometimes.
Whatever.
We've seen it here watching football.
Whatever. Yeah.
Then you get like the gimpy leg.
Whatever. Leave me be.
But then you're just
So
saying-
Pat, can I give just a good tip right now?
Okay, let's hear it.
Because I've been playing a lot of golf lately, and so the back sore, just a lot of different sore parts. But when you abandon your family, your 3 kids and your wife to go golf or multi-day golf or a trip, you can't come back and complain that you're sore from golf.
True.
That
I
just
wouldn't. I
doesn't
would just go home
fly.
and sleep.
He's talking
Well,
about his
you
wife
also-
and kids.
But I have to go
You
home
also
and sleep.
can't really sleep either.
But I have to.
But Tim, what you can do?
You can say what I can't do, but I'm telling you what I must do.
Okay,
It doesn't
Tim,
work like
hear me
that.
out.
My
And I know
body
you
says
fr-
it's bedtime now, and it naps. There's no two ways about it.
And I know you frown against this when I suggest shit. If I ever had a big event or I was being dragged somewhere during an important Charger game, I would I consider throwing myself down the
Oh,
stairs.
that's a terrible thing to say.
But now it's just I had my member guest. I was really sore after a couple days, and I just faked that I fell playing with the kids.
Oh my god.
And that's why I was just so sore. Oh man, yeah, we were playing on the top level.
All
and-
you people who voted for me, you should feel ashamed of yourself.
You just argued against what the word average means.
In this particular context, yes.
You also said that you could easily live to be 118
Not
years old.
easily, and it's Project 113.
Well, it's now down to 113.
It's Project 113. I'd like to get there. I'd like to live to see the year 2100. I would. I'd like to be able to claim I lived in 3 centuries.
Just
Maybe
the
this
Gordie
could
Howe
happen.
of being average.
Garion was right. This is the mother load. This category is,
It has it all,
other
really.
categories get the press, but this category might be the mother load.
I wonder what the historic. I mean, I do want to hear that from people down there as well. What would be the
don't.
winner of the historic, most egregious claim that you've had over the past, now 8 years? Going. Also,
The fellow who jumped from space passed away.
yeah, the fella, he did. He died. Paragliding.
Though I feel like that you can't really hold that against any sort of curse. That's
I will give you the statutes of limitations on that.
that
It's been
really
like a
ran
decade.
out. Yeah.
No, but it's one of your craziest claims ever, so it holds longer.
You just jump.
That's what he just did.
That. You know what? You saying just jump is honestly crazier than when I was saying all Damar Hamlin did was wake up, and he didn't just it's essentially the same thing.
The last one. Tim claimed he would be an excellent soldier in war. Also, he refuses to eat fruit with bruises.
I don't think I said. Okay. So I'll stipulate to the second part. I feel like I didn't say during war. I felt like during peacetime.
So you could be
Do
in
you
the
want to
net-
live in the 1940s? I feel like that's what this all comes back to. At the end of the day, you just want to be a guy who got back from war and was given a farm for his efforts, and you just get to sit on your land and farm for the rest of your life.
There would be something really peaceful and idyllic about that.
eating ripe fruit, not bruised fruit.
I will not eat perished food. Sorry. I don't like it. Gross.
Yeah, what if
cut
you're
out
in
the
war?
part. Yeah, what if you're in war?
Well, that's a little different.
Is it? Well, you make an excellent soldier,
I bet
according to you.
I bet you the field rations don't have perished fruit in them.
What are you talking about?
They would have fresh fruit in them at all,
No,
probably.
they would have like dried fruit. Would
Well,
you like that?
That's right up my alley.
It's true. They war rations.
We spent an entire Sunday Night Live series of me eating MREs.
Now, Jared, this is your first Custies, right? It is, yeah. And you had to make all the MREs for the live show, and you got to eat them.
Yes.
On a scale of like what do we do? 17 weeks of MREs. How many of them were good,
The first one.
and the rest were horrible?
That's it. Yeah, no, it was just one.
And what do they look like after you kept them in the kitchen? We came out to do the show, and you would walk back in.
Yeah, that's the... When you first bring them out, they're okay. And then when you get back in, every single one solidified. It was gross. It was like Jell-O.
Jell-O?
A lot of food is not good when you let it get cold and solidify.
feel
McDonald's French fries are god awful after like 20 minutes.
You can freshen those up in the air fryer.
Yeah, not the same thing.
They are not the same. They're still good if you freshen up in the air
I
fryer.
liked our idea, which we'll tease, but we won't give away. Our idea for this year's Sunday Night Live.
Where we eat one special food from a fast food place every single week.
And then I have to rank them week after week. So it's like Jenga, where I have to consider what I move down and what I move up. It will become
But it should be like soccer with relegation, where anything that finishes in the bottom 5, you're not allowed to eat.
like
anymore.
it'll be easy for the first couple of weeks, but then it's going to get hard. Like, how am I going to be able to like power rank a JBC versus like a Whopper versus like a burrito versus like, I don't know, something with caviar he orders in? I have no idea. But stay tuned. I was just trying to see if he's paying attention. He's not.
I'm trying to make sure
you're
that the
reeling off all
production
the
is doing
fast
good.
food. He was reeling off all the fast food joints.
Yeah, and I'm the one paying for all this stuff, so you can just eat it.
Well, it'd be nice.
It will be. Now, you didn't like the McDonald's international menu, which
I liked some things.
which makes
I didn't like
no
other
sense.
things.
You were
I liked-
you were offended by the idea.
I was.
Of the McDonald's. Do they have that in the States?
I think
Jeff?
they're coming out with a slightly different menu. From
I
what I've
don't
been seeing
think
in
so.
advertisements.
I don't think they have that.
Like, they're coming out with one, but it's not quite the menu we've had.
Yeah, so what they did was they introduced a menu in Canada, at least, of McDonald's specialty foods from around the world and put them on a smaller menu here so you could try them out. Now, you were very against this idea.
I was.
Why?
The foods that I get to have every week aren't good enough for me. I have to be exposed to other places that I should enjoy instead of what I like.
Now, for ages, you said that you don't like to travel, but the one thing that you miss traveling was going to other McDonald's
but
in
if
other
I-
countries and eating the fucking food there, but you're too scared to do it. They brought it to you and you complained about
Because
it.
I would rather have it there. I don't need it here.
But what do you? No. Because you constantly use fast food as a way to justify not traveling. You always say, "Who needs to go to Italy? I've been to Sparrow." So it's basically giving you access to the world, and
But
you
that's stuff I
spat-
already have all the time. And we're talking about like a specialty menu of things that I would only get very rarely. It's like I didn't
Did
like
they
that.
take something off the menu?
I'm sure they usually do take
Like
stuff.
there
off
was
of
no
the
quarter
popular.
pounder? There was no Big
No,
Mac because they
there-
introduced this?
There was, but like
No, but they were getting less. They were getting less shine on the menu boards
were.
in the restaurant.
And I
pack,
had to try
which
them
meant
all,
that
and, like-
people they weren't getting the burgers weren't getting the credit that they deserved on the
You
electronic
laugh, but
menus.
that's
in
kind of the way I
restaurant.
felt about it. Like the things you like aren't good enough for us to talk about right now. We'll talk about
I
these
hate
other things.
that I could have a psychology degree in Cust. It scares me. It really does.
Well, I bet you it's worth more than that broadcasting degree that we got.
Garion told-
probably.
This is off topic, but Garion told it was actually quite arresting. He told this story when we were in Toronto about how he and Haas and people were at the Blue Jays game, and they had this all-you-can-eat buffet sort of in the skybox. And I was like, "Oh, Tim would love this," but Garion actually knew that I wouldn't like it because of the. Why don't you explain, Garion, exactly why I wouldn't have liked it?
So there was a
was
like a
very
little
scary.
tiny buffet in the box that was very nicely provided for that amazing weekend in Toronto for the live show. And
Shout out to our friends at Coolbet who put that on, the official Canadian sportsbook sponsor of the Pat Mayo Experience. If you live in Canada outside of Ontario, go hit the description right now. You can get yourself a nice little bonus. Maybe win a free trip to Cabot, all expenses paid. Do it. Back to you, Garrett.
so me and Huss were sitting there talking, watching the game, and at one point Hustler was saying that it's a shame that Tim hadn't landed yet because of how much he would have enjoyed this. Like, it was chicken fingers, it was hot dogs, it was pretzels, it was all the stuff that you would want to have in Tim's like delicacies. And I was saying that he actually would not enjoy it because he would have to keep going up, and there was like a hostess in the suite who was just sort of sitting there watching the table, and he would feel very judged
Yes.
every single time he got up to go get food. And it's actually his nightmare scenario because it's everything he would want to eat, but he would be unable to eat it.
Yes.
Isn't that happening at
Yes.
all the buffets?
No, most of them are not like observed in this way at all. That person, like a panopticon, is watching my every move. I would feel so judged if I went up for like
Listen.
a 5th plate.
It's all you can
They
eat.
do.
No,
they
well,
do
yeah.
a great job. They do a great job in those suites. Those hostess, they're just
food
making
sounds
sure
delicious,
that they're like ready to clean up your mess 1 foot behind you.
I just
but
don't want
She
someone
did an
watching.
amazing job that day. I think in the 7th inning, she came around and was just like, anyone want ice cream? And then just like had a little menu where you could pick what kind of like frozen treat you wanted. One of the best days of my year. It was fantastic.
What's the question?
Do you have to tip this person?
No.
I think that's
No.
included in the suite price.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then do you
Cool
also have
bets
to
tip,
provide
though,
them
the
a
cool
that's,
bets
that's, on,
tipping.
that's on the people. Like when I rented
I-
the box at the Thunderbirds game here.
Yeah,
Did you come to
I
that?
did, yeah.
I tipped our person. You guys didn't have to tip them.
Okay.
Yeah,
I took them as a part of
asked
buying the
I
suite.
asked her
Okay.
after I got my first beer, am I allowed to tip you? And she was like, nah, they're taking care of that. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's already tipped a flat, probably a predetermined rate for the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that way, it's less stress on the guests.
Which it would be a
Yeah.
significant.
No, they're guests.
Yeah,
They're
you're guests. You're
guests.
there to enjoy yourself and eat free food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
It's
would
all
you
been
feel-
taken care of.
Would
yeah.
you feel less uncomfortable then?
No, I would feel judged.
I will go to town and all you can eat like sweet. I'll eat everything.
I might like have asked Huss if he'd go up and get me another plate.
See, Huss is actually the regular guy.
Oh my
what if it-
God!
what if it
You
was
would
my-
make
what if-
someone
what if
go.
it was my
If I
party?
was, you would tell Huss when you saw him getting up, like to grab
Hey
you an
Huss,
extra
would you mind
slice.
if you got me an extra slice?
Oh, and he would have too. He definitely would have.
Yeah, Huss is you, but the actual average dude. So what do you think won this category? This was a very competitive category.
Oh my God. Could you just list them off real quick again?
Yeah, we had martial arts, mountain climbing, war, mobility, holding flashlights, age, 18 shots and 18 holes, and truck driver.
Okay, I would say funniest one to me is mobility, and I feel like that got a lot of run. But holding flashlight is also, as soon as I heard that one, I got like transported back to the episode, just listening to that for the first time. That is like the most objectively hilarious thing. If someone's like, hey, what are your strengths? And you're like, I'm really good at holding a flashlight. That's just so funny to me.
Did the
The
helmet with-
universal thing that a guy with like no skill set, your dad makes you hold the flashlight. Like, what? God, that's just like, oh, God, it's like fair catching life.
Did the invention of the headband with a flashlight on it put a rift between you and your dad?
Yeah,
You didn't get
really.
to spend as much time together?
No.
Jeff, what do you think won? Because both of Garion's guesses did not make the podium.
Oh,
War.
No.
War is the
Soldier.
bronze medalist with 17% of the vote. What do you think won?
Everest.
Everest was
Climber.
second last.
Okay.
Number 2, the silver medalist, 18 shots and 18 holes.
That makes sense.
With 20% of the vote. And with 23% of the vote, Tim predicting he could easily live till the age
Oh,
of 118.
I don't know if it's easily done, but it's doable.
When you said it was easily be able to be
I don't
done.
know if I said easily. It would Project 113 is work.
I guess sometimes I lean towards the ones that are like sort of in the realm of just possibility. Like I heard the age one and my brain didn't even process it. It's that ridiculous, but
Look, I don't bounce back exactly the way that I used to when I was 20 years old. If I'm going out drinking, even just having a few glasses of wine, I wake up in the morning, got a scorching headache. It doesn't really work out well for the plans that I need to have starting at 6 a.m. every day when the kids want to get up, go outside, go to the playground, ride a bike, whatever it might be. I need to be there to do that with them. And it used to be I can either have a great night or just have a struggle the next day. That is until I found pre-alcohol. The Z-Biotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle the rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's a buildup of this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for the rough days after drinking. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night, drink responsibly, and you'll feel the best tomorrow. The kids are actually away this weekend, so I actually had a few glasses of wine before recording the research show that I had to wake up super early for to do in the morning. And trust me, you don't want to have a real bad hangover with lights in your face and you're trying to sound energetic. Woke up this morning and felt awesome. Was able to record the show as early as possible. Then I went for a run afterwards, came back and recorded this ad. The final days of summer are here for you to enjoy. Whether you're heading to the beach, camping in the woods, or squeezing one last vacation road trip, do not forget to bring ZBiotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink. Drink a pre-alcohol before drinking and enjoy every day of summer to the fullest. Go to zbiotics.com/PatMayo to learn more and get 15% off your first order when you use Pat Mayo at checkout. ZBiotics is packed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, head to zbiotics.com/PatMayo and use code PatMayo at checkout for 15% off. What is this one? Worst take.
These things are all at my expense.
You mean the Custy Awards?
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
When do we get into Jeff's category?
2 from now.
All right.
After you do some impressions for us.
Okay.
Yay!
Everyone's favorite part of the... Except for Bronstetter hates that part of the show.
Okay,
As
well.
he revealed. Bronstetter can skip 60 over that one. So I'm just going to just reel through some of these worst takes. And we can really hammer down on them. Extended restaurant visits. Tim said it was ridiculous to tip more on a bill when you've been at a venue for an extended period of time versus just sitting down for a meal and leaving.
Yeah.
The fat gym. Tim claims that gyms should have days where there's only fat people allowed to go to the gym.
That's not quite what I said. That is not what I said. That is not what I said. I said there should be an hour or so
fat gym.
set aside for people of larger size.
Which Jeff properly dubbed.
No, Jared.
Oh, was it
properly
Jared?
dubbed.
No, it was Jeff. Jeff came up with the name for it. He called it Chubby Hour.
Oh, I thought Jared called it Chubby Hour.
I don't remember. I'll say
course not.
Jared.
Oh my god.
Costco layaway. Tim claimed
Oh, yeah.
This is a
grocery
great
stores,
idea.
namely Costco, should have the ability to leave items on layaway in storage until he needs them after he's purchased them. He also wants a concierge to contact to procure the food.
Be nice.
I'm with Tim. This is actually a good idea.
Thank you, Garion.
How does it make money? Or make sense?
It doesn't. It does. Well, I guess they would just charge you so like the rates to keep the food there and like the storage fees would just be absurd.
Oh no. As a part of this description, Cust said it cost no more money.
I'd be okay with
Well,
like
now it's a bad take.
$5 more.
Cust is
on my
afraid
membership.
of putting like storing paper towel under his bed.
No,
That's what
I'm not
this
a
is.
pack rat who shoves stuff
But
under
this
his
goes-
bed.
You would have room in your house for things if you weren't a hoarder.
I'm
We
not a
already
hoarder.
went. You have newspapers from 40 years ago.
I don't have a lot of old newspapers in that.
When was the last time you threw out a birthday card from someone?
Oh, I don't throw out birthday cards. Those are very meaningful.
When was the last time you threw one out?
I can't remember. I'm sure it's happened, but I don't remember.
When was the last time you threw out any sort of card that was given to you?
I don't throw cards out, so I don't know.
So this could be space for your paper towel.
Oh, no, those cards are meaningful.
What do you have, 5,000 of
I
them?
have quite a few cards. And it's for kind things that people have written and said over the years. They took the time to give me a card. The least I could do is keep it.
I don't think that the expectation is that they expect you to keep the card.
Okay.
Do you guys keep cards?
I purposefully date my card so that you know when the card is from.
And you have like a whole room set up to this?
No, but like when I write a card to somebody, I put in the top
Would you
left-hand
store them
corner
in
the
your
date.
Costco locker with your food?
It's not a storage locker for your stuff. It's a storage locker for your purchases.
I can't
Costco.
wait for Costco Storage Wars when Cust abandons his unit and we find out what's in there. Yep. Oh, it's an $8
Although
bill
this-
right there.
This sort of like kind of dovetails back to I think I had this idea in one of like the first couple years of Cust Corner, which was bachelor bread,
Yes, it's a great idea.
which this is sort of the same vibe where it's just like, yeah, if Costco especially, like the quantities are insane.
Well, Costco isn't the place where you would go for your bachelor bread.
No.
I don't hate the bachelor bread concept. It would just be very expensive. They would charge you like
No,
$2
sure,
a
but I'm
slice.
just saying, like, I think in general, Tim should just not be shopping at Costco.
This is probably true.
Can't
What is
go
bachelor bread?
It's
Like a half loaf or
like
a
a
third
half
of a
loaf
loaf.
or a
Half-
quarter loaf of bread.
Because you don't want to freeze it and then unfreeze it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, that's for cakes.
I do not.
That space in your freezer is for a sheet cake.
Yeah. No room in your freezer, all full of cake. Leg versus arm strength. Tim claimed it was not uncommon, Geoff, for people to have arms stronger than their legs.
Well, some people might. My legs are stronger than my arms, but some people, I'm sure, are different. Everybody's different.
You mean like people in wheelchairs?
No, people who are always skipping leg day, as they say, they're probably much stronger above than below.
Okay, I always skip leg day. Big leg day skipper. My legs are approximately 5 times as strong as my arms. Probably more, actually. Thinking about what I can curl with an arm versus what I can squat or
the
deadlift.
people who are like big weightlifters in the Olympics, like they're top heavy, not their legs. Like they're
the heavier you are, the more of a workout your legs get every single day.
You realize.
You know who's got really great legs? All the people who attend Fat Gym.
Yeah, chubby hour. A lot of leg strength.
My calves are great.
And also, the Olympic power lifters, there's a bit of arm strength. Most of that, have you ever tried to do like a jerk, clean, and squat?
No.
However that order goes,
Clean
it's all
lift,
legs.
clean lift and
It's
jerk.
legs to get it up here. And what they have no problem.
You're not using your legs, you're using your arms to get it up.
To get it all the way up, to get it up to here, you use your legs to power yourself.
But that's not
up.
the part that matters. Everyone
Yeah,
can do that part.
that's the easy fucking part because
The
your
hard
legs
part-
are strong. The hard part is getting it up because your arms aren't as strong.
Well, for most people, those people are.
No, why do you think that they struggle to get it from here to here, not to here?
Because it's very difficult. You have to be extremely strong in your arms to do so.
Why was it so easy to get it to here? Because your legs are stronger.
Tim,
You've also got
do you think the average person can walk or do push-ups?
They can walk.
Because if you can walk, but you can't do a push-up, that means your legs are stronger than your arms.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever. I mean, my legs are stronger than my arms. I don't know about everybody else.
Cold cheese sandwich, Geoff. Tim claimed that everyone preferred cold cheese sandwiches to grilled cheese sandwiches.
They should.
And was simply afraid to admit it.
They should. They're much better.
What an abhorrent take. Again, like no one's ever made you a grilled cheese with love,
I've had grilled cheese.
getting
I've
that
had
pan
gourmet.
ready.
I've had the gourmet ones and all that nonsense. I don't care for them as much. They're okay. There's nothing wrong with a grilled cheese. I wouldn't say
You're
no to-
talking about 2 slices of Wonder with a Kraft single.
No,
Cold.
I've had. No, I don't eat Kraft singles. Ugh. I don't
What
eat,
kind of cheese?
I eat real cheese. I don't eat.
Like what?
Velveeta.
Tell us your ideal. If you're at home, you're making a cold cheese sandwich. How are you making
I
it?
want lots of slices of real Swiss cheese. That's the best, I think.
Okay. No peppercorn? Oh, Paul chiming in.
Question for Tim.
Okay, I assumed.
While you guys were talking about the hoarding issue that we think that you have, I left the studio for a second just to go look in the back of your car.
Oh no.
And I was wondering, where are the dead man's hats?
He rode off his car. Remember he ran into the deer?
There is one hat back there.
I
That's
thought
not
you
mine.
kept the dead man's hats.
There's one hat back there that's not mine.
Oh, that was the.
Are you
the
talking
reason.
about? Did
Yeah.
you just check what's going on in
Sorry,
Tim's
Jeff.
Corolla?
It's not a Corolla. I don't know what you would call it a Corolla for. I don't have a Corolla. I have a Camry.
What's the difference between them?
One is significantly larger and roomier and a little more luxurious. Now, there's nothing wrong with a Corolla. Corollas are a fine car, but that's not what I have.
No, you
Mom
know
has a
what?
Corolla. You watch your mouth.
There's nothing wrong with Corollas.
Dissing Corollas?
They're a fine car. I would drive one in a
He
heartbeat.
gets really
but that's not
offended.
because that's not what I have, and you know that's not what I have.
Tim
Back to the cheese thing. Who's afraid? Like that's the part of the statement that gets me. It's not that one might prefer a cold chease sandwich
Because they don't
over a
want to
grilled
take the
cheese.
ridicule that I'm
They're
taking.
afraid to admit it.
Yeah.
Big cheese is gonna come get them.
No, the exact reaction that I've elicited from you folks is exactly the reason why most people just stay quiet about it. But like a really thick cold cheese sandwich on a nice piece of a couple of nice pieces of bread, if the purpose is to eat
I don't know,
a
man.
sandwich that tastes
So
a
do
lot
you
like
think
cheese,
there's a grilled cheese cabal that's gonna like attack
I
you
just
on the
think
internet?
there are people that think it's very twee to talk about how great all their grilled cheese sandwiches are. Well, I don't.
You're
man,
talking about a jail sandwich.
No,
I was
I'm
gonna
not.
say I grew up pretty like middle to lower middle class, and there were a lot of kids eating cold cheese sandwiches
Yeah, but
for
if you're eating
lunch
Kraft
in like
sandwiches.
elementary school. I don't think they have a lot of fond memories. I don't think anyone in there wouldn't have been like, "No, I won't take a hot grilled cheese sandwich. I love this like black diamond cheddar sandwich I'm eating."
That sounds delicious.
Cust was the one person to show up to Fire Festival and was like, let's go, this is great. This received 1 vote. I don't even remember this or know what this is. Tim said that simmer pots were being used by everyone and
Yes,
did not understand
everyone
why.
was using simmer pots. and
I still don't know what a simmer pot is.
So it's like when you put on your stove a pot of water with like fragrances and smell. Like, for example, at Christmas time, people will make a simmer pot where they'll put like sticks of cinnamon and like pine cones and like cranberries and just boil it on the stove to give the aroma of the thing. Or like pine branches or whatever it is that people are boiling. It's not to be consumed. It's just to give off a wafting aroma in the house. And people are
Is this something you
crazy
saw on
about simmer
TikTok
pot.
and-
Yes, I saw it on TikTok. People were doing.
You
it all
like
the time.
your air cooked more than your sandwiches?
Sandwiches are usually better cold.
Exotic fruit. Tim claimed all supermarkets should be required to offer their most exotic fruit as a free sample, free of charge.
On a rotation, yes, on a rotation. If I want to have a dragon fruit, like if you want me to buy a dragon fruit sometime, you should have little slices of dragon fruit occasionally for me to eat it.
You would never buy a dragon fruit.
I would, if it was good and I liked it, I'd eat it.
Tim said McDonald's was engaging in classism by not putting certain items, such as the quarter pounder, on the
I
value
don't know if
menu.
I said classism. What I said was they weren't putting the best sandwiches on there and elevating ones that no one had ever eaten before and basically didn't exist on there before the ones that people loved.
Do you realize putting it on the value menu doesn't elevate it? Like,
Yes, it does.
Actually,
Yes, it does. It brings attention to it.
no, but they'll look at it like it diminishes the sandwich.
I don't agree. I don't agree at all.
But then didn't
Listen,
you
I like
try
a good
to
value
tie-
menu.
And
I
it was-
think
yes, and it was good. And I never said it wasn't good, but like it had been around for 3 seconds. Why does it get pride of place over something that's been there for much longer?
Maybe they're trying
But
to
no,
push
but
that
like
product.
Jeff's right. Like the heavy hitters are like the Big Mac and the quarter pound. Like those would never go on the value menu.
Yeah,
Well,
people are
actually,
Listen,
they're kind
don't
of
get me
doing that.
wrong,
They're kind
Tim.
of doing that right now.
a
they're
lot
not. That's
of
what people
a
are
lot
buying.
of our
They're
like
doing that
You don't
right
need
now.
to
high
be told to
school-
buy fucking fries at McDonald's.
a lot of our high school, college, at least for me, some college era, like $5 foot long, incredible McValue menu. Like in some ways, that has actually been detrimental long term for some of these places because just remember, like how cheap it used to be.
Yeah, like Toonie
not
Tuesdays.
too long
You
ago.
can
I
still
would
get
never go to KFC because I can't get it for $2 anymore.
you can still get 8 nuggets at Burger King for $2.99.
You can.
Burger
You
King's
can't do
fucking
that.
Gross, man.
It's not that bad.
Pretty gross.
Well, that's what I said in COVID. Why should I be afraid of COVID? I've eaten Burger King nuggets before.
Again, this is who you're not voting for.
Well, that's funny.
Except I think he kind of believes it.
And then you're
We
like,
already know his questionable theories on masking to begin with.
and then Tim claimed it would be a good idea to construct a golf course, a full 18-hole golf course spread out across multiple buildings.
Well, I mean, that was the result of like. I still think an indoor golf course is the way to go. Is that the indoor golf course entry?
Yes, that's
like
it.
whatever that's in is going to win.
You think so?
I do think so.
We're still not even done these worst takes
Yeah,
yet.
but we went on about that for a significant block of time, more than once.
Tim
that was
claimed
developed.
every single MRE was eaten during the year was, quote, delicious and worth eating.
I like
He also said he was pretty sure they used fresh veggies in the dish.
I mean, I guess fresh was the wrong word, wasn't it? Because obviously they were in a package. They tasted fresh.
Tim claimed, Jeff, that there's no distinction between chips with salsa or nachos.
Okay, there isn't. They're all nachos. Every one of them. Don't tell me that nachos have to have a. If you're eating tortilla chips and salsa, you have met the minimum requirement for nachos. Those might not be the best nachos. They're not. The best ones are the ones that are individually dressed. But nevertheless, that is a form of nachos. And I will not abide people. It's just like people who tell you that a wrap isn't a sandwich. Don't trust those people. They don't know what they're talking about. They're forms of a sandwich. Just like chips and salsa are, like tortilla chips are form of nachos. And I will not hear any different.
I appreciate your passion a lot.
I think nachos have to be cooked.
No, they don't. Plus, tortilla chips are cooked.
That's not what he means.
No, you don't have. I mean,
Technically, your cold cheese sandwich,
look,
the bread is
nachos
cooked.
that have been cooked with all kinds of stuff on them are better.
Those are nachos. Chips and dip are the other one.
No, they're all
When
nachos.
you go to
they're
Chili's,
all Twix.
when you go to Chili's, your favorite place in the
I
world.
haven't been there in so long.
But when you used to go and they would bring you chips and dip to start, did they bring you nachos?
That to me is
no. They
yes.
brought you chips and dip.
That's nachos. That is a form of nachos.
no.
No,
Absolutely
it's like
wrong.
bread and toast.
They're the same thing.
No.
Just one is toasted and
No,
one
yeah,
isn't.
bread and toast are the same thing, but they're like different
They're
things.
different.
There is no distinction of type. They're of quality, but this is a distinction not of kind, but just in difference.
Additionally, on the topic of nachos or whatever it might be, Garion, Tim claimed that Cheese Whiz is the ideal dip for plain
Oh,
chips.
it's so good.
Oh,
It's
God.
so good.
So wait, when we say
So
plain chips,
good.
we're talking about like
Lay's regular. Although Lay's bad dipping chip, they're pretty frail.
Yeah.
A Ruffles is what you want. For
Or
a
the
dipping
Lay's
chip.
wavy ones. Those
Yeah.
are good for dipping.
God.
Just no. Lay's,
Okay,
just
so
Ruffles.
I'll be honest. I don't think I've had Cheese Whiz in this millennium,
I would back you up.
but
on
I
that.
can't. My vague memories of it are not good. Like you're saying that beats like a queso.
It's
Or
basically
guacamole.
It's basically the
I
stuff.
actually wouldn't put that on a plain
It's
chip.
basically the stuff that you would get at like a baseball game.
No.
Why would you use
No.
No.
Now,
You're like
Cheese
thinking
Whiz
it's
is
like
lower
movie
than that.
theater
I think
or
that's just
like
melted
baseball
Cheese Whiz.
game, like hot cheese. No,
That's just melted
no.
cheese whiz, pretty much.
No,
it's not.
would you heat
No,
up the
there's
Cheese Whiz for the plain chips, or would you just take it cold? Oh my god!
Right out of the jar. Right out of the jar. Delicious. Do it.
You are that guy from Weber Cooks, except you don't even heat it up.
Well, this whole thing is to heat it up and then take the bowl out of the microwave after it's been there for 20 minutes and grab it without gloves and not be bothered by it at all.
Oh, we were showing Jared internet videos today. Well,
Because he's seen nothing.
Well, Jared's 27. How old's Dayton? Dayton was here earlier. Our intern. Was he 21?
Oh, I wouldn't
21?
even want to ask him
Oh, so
questions. on what
they've got to see all the old YouTube videos you were showing me when I was 21.
Yes, exactly. But in fairness, I was 25 at that time. So what would be your go-to? Because this came up with Paul and I that we were talking about viral internet videos from the good part of the internet. Give me 3 videos you would show someone.
I like turtles.
Oh, that one, yeah, that's actually a good call.
Bub Rub.
Bub Rub was on the list.
The girl with the
Good,
grapes.
good.
The
Ow,
grapes
ow, 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 ow,
was
ow,
on the list.
You mentioned the leprechaun.
That was number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, the leprechaun.
Yeah.
Those were the 3 videos.
The amateur
man.
sketch is what makes that whole video.
The thing that I've noticed watching these back, especially with the Grape Lady and the amateur sketch, is the cut back to the people, like the serious people in the studio, being like, that was great.
I can't believe you didn't think of I like turtles.
Yeah, just did.
That one makes me laugh every time.
What else would be on that list? Now I'm trying to think.
I can
Then I showed him, Jared, despite having gone to sports broadcasting school, had never heard of Boom Goes the Dynamite Guy.
Really?
Oh.
Oh, that's like a really old one.
Yeah,
That's a really old one.
they're all pretty old.
Yeah.
Well, I guess nothing can be older than like 2008, but yeah.
Oh, yes, it can. Oh, yes, it can. There are videos from like 2003, 2004 on there.
Yeah,
Easily.
for sure.
Yeah, you just had to go to E-Bomb.
That's like these are like E-Bombs
Oh, yeah,
World
E-Bombs
era
World, that's
video.
true, yeah.
These are much older than 2008 are like new videos.
I want to hear some more in the comment section. I want to hear what people's favorite old viral videos were from Gen 1 YouTube. You remember what the first big YouTube video was?
Evolution of Dance.
I thought it was Lazy Sunday.
Oh, I don't think so. I think Evolution of Dance was before Lazy Sunday.
Yeah, it was all pretty close because, like, I think Lazy Sunday that came out like I think
2000
YouTube had only been around for like a month.
I feel like it was 2005.
Yeah, but I think Evolution of Dance is too. But that was like the first like big hit on YouTube. I could be wrong.
New Year's Eve. Tim said it was ridiculous for anyone to go out on New Year's
don't
Eve.
get it.
If you are not going to a house party, you should be sitting at home.
I just think it's more enjoyable that way. It's busy. People. It's usually, the weather's not always great. If you're not going to a house party to hang out with friends, just stay home. Who
But
wants
that's
to
a
go
lesson you have
who
to
wants
learn,
to go to
Tim.
Times Square?
That's a lesson
people
you
go
have
every
to
year.
learn.
They look miserable.
It's not for me, but people like doing it. People like
You know,
going
this is
out.
Tim's best take.
I couldn't imagine.
I agree
Like,
with
would
the
you wanna
heart of
go
this
to
take.
So you go out to Dundas Square, do you,
No,
on New Year's Eve?
I don't think that people
No,
are
but once you get
disagreeing
stuck
with you.
down there and can't get a cab home,
and it would all be the surge pricing on the Uber X.
You wouldn't even take that, though. You make me order it for you, and I'd paid for it.
but like,
still.
yeah, as a kid, like in my younger days, I sucked it up a few times.
A
but,
few times.
never.
How many times do you need to endure that type of misery?
I don't mean
I
like
would say
going.
for-
I don't mean going to the Times Square, but like going to like a club where, like,
Club
you know,
on New Year's
How
Eve.
much would would you enjoy to go to like a Shining style party for New Year's Eve?
I would not want to go to that.
Tuxedos,
Well, Tim,
entrees, at a
The
hotel.
sooner you build that mansion and
Okay,
you've
but
got
hotel's
that
different because when
grand
it's over, I get to
ballroom,
go to my room.
Okay, so that's still going out. You're not sitting at home.
To me, that's different because then I'm not beating the traffic to get there. I
Okay,
can get
well,
there
what
nice
if
and
you
early.
go to the place across the street and you can walk back?
Pat.
Most people get the hotel room.
You know, that would be somewhat
Tim
different.
says he would leave early with the party in his own grand ballroom in his custom built mansion.
I wouldn't even show up. I would rent it out. I wouldn't even go.
You wouldn't go to a Gatsby style party. You'd be
No,
just
just
like
let
Gatsby.
them take. Not like Gatsby.
You're a lot like Gatsby.
No, I'm not. I just would let them.
But honestly,
have
I feel
party
like
in the
that's like a rite of passage thing. That's like you go to like Times Square or your city's equivalent of Times Square like once or twice in your early 20s.
Yeah.
You have like a interesting night, not necessarily a great night, but then you talk about it for the next 40 years and you sit at your house party on New Year's Eve. Like it's fine. Like, you know, it's a rite of passage.
I would imagine it would be probably more fun to go out somewhere in warmer climates. Like if I was in
Okay,
Phoenix,
you're right.
If I was in Phoenix, I could see that being all right.
It would be less miserable.
I
Granted.
agree, Pat.
Like being
I'm
like
looking at straight through
0-degree
the
weather,
glasses.
like
Yeah.
hands frozen off.
Yeah,
and I don't
standing
get
there
to drink the bubbly like Anderson and Andy.
And like you hear the stories of like people having to show up to Times Square at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's what they want to do.
Oh my god! I
Oh,
couldn't.
it sounds
Imagine
horrific.
if Kathy Bates was doing autographs. How early would you sign up?
A couple hours.
Would you have to get like a lineup standard so you could go have some Kathy Bates beats and you can come back, or would you just do it in line? So that's all the worst take nominees for the year. What do we think is the winner? Cust was actually correct. It was the golf course. 30.5%
We
of the
went
vote.
on about that at some level.
Costco layaway was number 2.
That's a good idea.
Second and worst take with 15% of the vote. Third was legs versus arm strength.
Again, wow. Okay.
Just
It's
missing.
just kind of funny that the top two are almost like the antithesis of each other. Like Tim just must think there's like a section of abandoned buildings everywhere that you can just rent out and use for space. Like, where is all this space coming from?
Maybe it's in space. That's the part that you didn't think about. There's one I didn't mention that actually came in 4th place, getting just missed the podium with 10% of the vote. Tim claiming he brings, Geoff, uncooked mozzarella sticks is the ideal potluck item.
What I gave Tim a hard enough time about this in real life.
Yeah.
I think I voted for that one.
Yeah, real disappointing.
All right. So now we've moved on to the most Cust impression.
Okay.
You got the voice warmed up?
I think so.
Was the best impression, at least according to the fans, Geoff, my Irish accent on the Cut Sweat show?
That is a good accent.
It's been better than Tim's provided lately.
It's when I was doing Open Championship Radio, taking some emails from around the world. We got Garion in Toronto. He says he's listening to Open Radio.
Accents are hard to do.
We're doing work and listening to
But
the
I
Pat
can
Mayo
do an
experience.
Australian accent, not too bad. It's not too bad. I can do an Australian
Oh,
accent.
you lost it. You had it at least a little bit, the first sentence,
I
then you
could
immediately
do
lost it.
a Russian accent like Gary Oldman in Air Force One, like this. It's my plane now. What else can I do?
Well, here are some that you've done throughout the course of the year.
Okay.
All right, number 1. This is a voice impression.
They're all voice impressions.
No, not all of them.
Okay.
Ralph Wright, actor known for voicing Eeyore in various productions.
I guess. That's not a good idea.
Sterling Holloway, actor known for voicing Winnie the Pooh, Kaa, and Cheshire Cat.
Oh, bother. I don't remember doing a Winnie the Pooh, although it's pretty good.
Jim Backus, actor from Gilligan's Island who played Thurston Howell III.
Well, you see, we were stuck on this island, and yet somehow Lovey brought a whole trove of clothes. You know what? He doesn't know what that show is, does he?
Neither does anyone. The demo of the show isn't 75-year-olds.
Gilligan's Island is like perhaps the most famous of like the 1960s sitcoms.
Who cares?
Dr. Ruth, German talk show host, appearance only.
Wasn't she like 4'9" or something?
Yeah, your faces look the same. You have the picture of Dr. Ruth. Look at that. You guys have the same haircut.
How can I look like her, but also somebody from Guess Who?
Well, you have Guess Who face. It's not that you look like, I mean, you look like Franz, but you have Guess Who face. John Ratzenberger, actor known for Cliff Clavin.
Well, yeah, that's a good question there, Cliffy.
Brett Kelly, actor known for playing Thurman Merman. Appearance.
People don't know who that is.
But they know Thurston Howell III, but they don't know Thurman Merman.
Yes, one is a far less obscure reference
Well,
than the
one
other.
of them looks just like you and whittled a fucking pickle at a wood, pal. When was the last time you whittled a pickle?
That second movie was so bad. I'm sure I've talked about this before on the show. It's such a bad movie.
Julia Child, voice.
Oh, hello. We're going to French cook now. Don't be afraid to use extra cream. Bon appetit.
That's actually good. That's a
That
good
was
impression.
your best
That's a
one.
good impression.
Cam Stewart, voice.
All right. Who do you like this week? The Colts? What do you think about the Colts? What do you think about the Jaguars? What do you think about the Ravens? Who do you like?
Pierce Brosnan.
You go first.
You
go first. Pierce
You go first,
Brosnan,
Pat.
actor known for his portrayal of James Bond and Harry Dalton.
Remington Steele.
That's what's written down on the page in front of me.
Well, I can't do a Pierce Brosnan. I don't remember doing one. All I can do is a Kelsey Grammer, which is an impersonation of him.
All right, let's hear Kelsey Grammer.
Well, all you have to do is enunciate all of the vowels in a particular way.
Now that leads into King Charles III.
The key about King Charles is you have to talk with your teeth closed. Then you more or less have it.
Last one, James Earl Jones.
I don't remember doing James Earl Jones, but if I do the impression, you will laugh.
Dr. Ruth, appearance. Nailed it.
And Aaron didn't see any of it.
So apparently Cam won. I don't even remember you doing a Cam impression.
I don't remember either.
Your Cam impression won. Julia Child was second, and James Earl Jones was third.
I don't remember doing two of those three.
I'm just shocked you didn't kill James Earl Jones. How that impression must have come after he had
I believe
passed?
it must have been after he passed, yeah.
Yeah.
This one is most cuss story. Grocery packing. Tim said packing groceries was very difficult, and many people could not do it.
Agreed. I prefer when they do it for me. I always struggle.
Are you good at Jenga?
I'm good at Tetris.
Are you?
I am.
Because I feel like if you were good at Tetris, you could pack a grocery. It's the 3D that throws you
I
off.
don't know. I just never get it right.
So if it was a 2D packing bag, you could do that.
Maybe.
Fast food drive-thru. Tim has said the wait for drive-thrus at fast food locations had become untenable. He also refuses to use online ordering, which significantly improves the speed of the drive-thru. Now, I'm going to take this away from you.
I'm
for a
afraid to
second.
even talk about it because Geoff has strong opinions about fast food drive-thrus.
Jeff, you have an internet beef, which has been relayed to me like 30 times now, versus you and a fast food drive-thru guy. What's happening?
It's not a real beef. It's not a real beef
Where's the beef?
at all. But it's just pretty funny. I don't know. I didn't know Tim and Fats are on the same plane.
What is
I
it
don't know
about-
what's his position. I don't even know what his position is.
He's upset that when there are no cars behind him, that he's been asked to move up.
I don't know that that's ever happened to me. I've been asked to move up before, but only ever when there's cars behind me. Like, I get it when there's cars behind you. What's the purpose of moving up if there's no cars behind
I assume it's because they get timed.
you? Okay.
So if they move you up, they can stop. They can
But
stop the jam clock.
To me,
basically.
to me that's fine because what's the difference? I'm not getting the food.
Yeah,
any
what's the
faster.
difference?
I'm not
And
getting
then
it any
your
faster.
order might be something
Fresher.
that might just take
And
a couple
every now and
Definitely
then,
fresher.
there's something extra in the bag.
Really, they give you extra stuff. in
Not
the bag?
always. On an odd occasion, you might find an extra nugget or some extra sauce. that
Tim,
you
maybe
didn't ask for.
maybe the lady's flirting with you.
I don't know.
Cat
So
on-
maybe she's just aggressive with the scooping of the nuggets, and she just
They're like, throw Dr. Ruth an extra nugget.
This is all at my expense.
You looking good, Ruth? Get some meat on your bones. Here's some more nuggets. My wife, she's being pleasured thanks to you. It's on the house.
Drooling. All right, I'm good.
Cat on a broom. Tim said an internet gift.
Such a funny gif or meme or whatever it was. Oh my God, that was funny. And honestly, almost every single one of the subsequent gifs and memes you all made of me on the broom going away from things like, oh, Tim has to make a phone call. The cat flies away. It was all very funny. So like, kudos to you people. I think I never saw one of those I didn't laugh at.
Tim claims to shout human, 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 human if he gets a robot on the other
Oh yeah,
side
I don't
of the
want to
call.
talk to AI. I want to talk to a human being.
Does that work?
It has worked in the past, yes.
Tim refused to eat anything other than media food at the 2024 President's Cup
Well,
in
it was
Montreal.
because A, it was delicious. B, it was plentiful. C, it was all you could eat for free. Why the heck would I go out back and buy a beaver tail for $13 or a keg steak sandwich
'Cause-
when I can get free steak inside the room? What kind of madness is that?
Jeff wanted to try.
That's like Homer going to the land of chocolate and being impressed that the chocolate at the store was half price. That's who Jeff is. And they're making fun of those people in that video.
You guys were not near the media tent. Jeff was hungry. Hey, why don't we try one of these special things that they have brought in? And you were like, no, it's free over there.
Because it's free
It
over
wasn't
there.
the same stuff.
No, but it was good. It was really
It was
good
still
stuff.
free for you. I was offering the
It
treat.
was the principle of the matter. The principle of it.
Tim has kept Tupperware in his car so he can take leftovers from gatherings home with him.
I just think that's savvy.
Except for at the Christmas party when Paul gifted you Tupperware.
That came in real handy because I was able to pack away a lot of those egg rolls.
Yeah, that's
Savvy.
true.
That's plus EV 10.
But look,
Good for
I-
I'm sure
you.
you packed away a lot of those egg rolls before you had Tupperware. Bud.
Well, I could have. I could have eaten more. But like I was told, take as many of these as you want. Because
Well,
we had a surplus because it was a snowstorm.
We had a
that
snowstorm and we only got about half
Yeah.
to 25% of the people that we were coming to.
Yeah.
We had booked for 80 people and we had like 30
Yeah.
show up.
So you're like packed to your heart's content. I was
So,
like, well,
so wait,
okay.
just by that math, would you say that Tim ate a meal for 4 that night?
Oh, more. More.
I don't think so.
And luckily, I can't remember if you were there or not. No, I think that was because we catered a party the week before from the same
You did.
people.
You
And the meatballs showed up uncooked.
You told me about this the Sunday after, in between Sunday football,
You got freaked
and I
out.
got very concerned. Like the meatballs are the highlight of the Christmas party.
So we're
Other people are like, "Oh, open bar, this is the best." Be done with you. I'm interested in the meatballs.
Look at that fucking golf tan. Holy shit.
Are we
Just seeing how
boring? Are we
white my
boring
arms
you,
are.
Jeff?
No, I was shocked on camera how like white my arms are relative to like where I golf.
Why are you?
Look at that. Look at that polar bear. Holy shit.
I'm no different.
Yeah, you don't tan as well as he does.
Fair enough, but I'm no different.
I have more. I have it more here than here, but I'm tarps off a ton of the time, so I get a good base everywhere. So it doesn't blend in. But like right here, upper thigh, very white. Socks, very white as well.
Well, that's because you're not wearing those 3-inch inseam shorts anymore.
Actually, I picked up my shorts today from the tailor. I had to get all my golf shorts tailored.
Okay.
They're too long, and I look like I should be fit to play a private course like that. I look like I should be wearing one of those button-down shirts with my long, baggy pants. But I'm just too short. None of them fit me.
Yeah.
And they don't sell 5-inch inseams.
I mean, they do, but you gotta.
Not here.
No, probably not.
I had to get them taken down to 5 inches so I can show off the top of my leg.
No,
which look
now
very
that
good.
now that Le Chateau Junior is closed,
Did that
there was
close?
a real dearth of places for you to shop.
Well, they didn't have golf
Nice
shorts,
joke,
unfortunately.
Tim. I like that.
I thought so too. Thank you. We do what we can.
Tupperware was the winner with 54% of the vote.
It's a plus EV move. Just put some Tupperware in your car. Takes up very little space.
You realize it makes you... All of this boils down to how cheap you are.
Not cheap. It's
Yeah,
it does-
tacky.
Tacky.
Tacky. That's the word.
Most
for
people
this.
are desperate to get all the food out of their house when they've got people over. Please, please take some. Would you like to take some home? I say yes.
You walk to your car. I anticipated this.
Yeah, I do. I've
That
got
was
Tupperware.
So for this year's Christmas party, I don't think I'm doing as much food. I'm just gonna triple down on the food that everyone like. My wife is like, people will want broccolis. They don't want fucking broccoli.
I don't want broccoli.
There were just full platters of vegetables sitting there. Like, no one wants this shit.
No, I don't want
Just Tim
that.
going, no, I don't want
But no one does. It's all
summarizes 8
completely
years of
uneaten.
this show.
Like, I like broccoli fine, but I'm not going to the Christmas party to eat broccoli.
People like the meatballs. People like the chicken wings. People like the whatever.
The bacon-wrapped scallops.
Bacon wrapped scallops. People like that stuff. We'll just get a bunch of those, put it out, and instead of like I hired a service to do the full bar, I think I'm just gonna buy booze this year and then hire a bartender to serve it
That's not a bad idea.
rather than having to get everything through. I think it's just cheaper to do it the other way.
Yeah, fair enough.
Grocery packing was the silver medalist, and the robot helper was fourth. Cat on a broom was third.
I forgot about Cat on a Broom.
I did too. That was a really funny meme.
Now we've come to Cust main event. Jeff's biggest.
Oh, I love this category. I love it.
I don't even remember what
Good.
I've done.
There are 6 nominees this year for Jeff's biggest rival. So I'll get you to rank them when we're done.
I think my favorite part of this segment is not so much Jeff's rivals, but how much Jeff contends that none of them are his rivals.
Number 1,
Nope.
Justin Trudeau. Jeff has accused Trudy of enjoying sitting in the extra chair at hotel rooms, a.k.a. the cup chair.
Gee.
Sure.
Jeff also drives around with his SUV with a "Fuck Trudeau" sticker in the back.
That's not true.
Because he's gone. That's why.
No, it's because he doesn't want to
No,
fuck
but
Trudeau anymore.
I never
He's
had
moved
any.
on.
I'm not.
He
a
was pretty
lawn
gorgeous.
sign-
I don't blame you.
I've had no sign. I'm not a lawn sign or a sticker. No, I do vote.
sign.
but
Lawn signer.
I don't do that. It's not me.
No, you're too busy giving away your lawn to production companies and then not asking if you could have lunch.
Did you hear this, Garion?
I was gonna say it's a deep cut. I do know. I know the production company thing. I don't know about the lunch thing.
Well, they were like serving lunch, and Tim was upset.
If they were
that
serving
I
lunch on my lawn, I
Tim
would ask if
wanted
I could have
me
lunch on my
essentially
lawn.
to get to join them, like pull up a chair and sit beside these guys.
No, just can I take
Eat it.
some and bring it in the house and have it for myself?
Yeah, no, I didn't. That's,
I would at least
no,
ask.
It's... Okay. Next.
Tim Hortons. Tim has cited Tim Hortons as a food dump.
No,
He
not
says
me.
people-
Jeff has cited it.
You
You said Tim has cited it.
Oh, sorry, I said
Freudian
Yeah.
Hortons.
I mean, listen. It's way like there's the low hanging fruit, which I don't think is fair as to why people think I wouldn't like Tim Hortons. But it's really the absurdity of them thinking they can serve fucking pizza. These pieces of shit. Like, masters of nothing.
Jeff, this all stemmed, I think, from me telling Jeff that if I went to C&E, that's probably where I would go to eat.
It's crazy.
Oh God, that's a terrible take.
We'll put that one on the list for next year.
Have you been to the C&E?
When I was much younger, and then we went another time, but it
We-
wasn't to
we-
the actual.
We only went to the casino.
I was gonna say,
at
you guys
the
went.
CNA.
You guys went to the casino, right?
Yeah, when I was
He
much
literally
younger,
just
we went.
said he would go to the state fair and get.
Subway.
I mean, I don't even
Tim
think Dunkin' Donuts is a fair comp because Tim Hortons is like Dunkin' Donuts doesn't think they can serve you fucking pizza.
Jason Kelsey, former Eagles center. Jeff has decried that Jason Kelsey and his wife are being, quote, overhyped by the media.
Oh, they were everywhere. That's a fair and balanced take.
See?
They got a late night show. That was pretty crazy.
Like, yeah, what are we talking about? He's like the Pedro Pascal of sports.
Vote for Pedro.
Like, say no to something, bro.
I'm just trying to get these checks. I'm not saying no to anything. Kenneth Murray Jr., former Chargers linebacker who Jeff has accosted for being a failed draft pick.
No, but I did say that he is like AIDS in human
Yeah, I was
form.
going to say, please write down the time code because we're going to have to
there's the
bleep
old
that out.
beep.
We're going to have to
Sorry,
bleep
I
that
didn't-
out. We can't have that on the air.
If you really want to see what Jeff said, subscribe to Mayo Media Network on Rumble for all unedited shows. Michael Staley, brother of Brandon Staley, who reached out to Jeff to see if they knew each other, was then attacked by Jeff.
Yep.
I don't know if I heard that one.
Oh, tell him. Tell the people. Tell Garion what happened.
So Michael Staley is like alt-right. Okay?
Okay, like you. So
And
you guys
I don't
have,
know whether that's
probably
like
how
a
you know each
compliment.
other.
Probably liked
No,
the
but-
same Rumble videos.
Let me just try to find it.
You liked all Jeff's
so-
anti-Trudeau tweets.
I don't even know who this guy is, but
It's-
I'm okay with it.
Brandon Staley's brother.
Garion, I'm sending you a DM right now.
Okay.
Okay, but he reached out to me like as if like we went to the same fucking summer camp or something, and I was like, hell no. And I put it this way: if Sinwar's brother reached out to me, I'd tell him to fuck off too.
You sent him the Lyle Langley picture.
Like we're not friends.
I'm telling you, he should have won this year just for this sort of antisocial behavior.
Just him responding. Clever. Oh my god.
Do you have any intentions to fight the siblings of Mike McDaniel this year, Garion?
I don't know if he has any
No,
siblings.
listen. Don't talk to me like you know me.
Why do you think he
that's
reached
so
out to you?
funny.
What do you think precipitated it?
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
don't have a
that's the
clue.
interesting part here.
I don't have a clue.
Really? You've been slagging him publicly for 2+ years, day after day after day.
Yeah, so he probably saw. This is what I can assume happened. Is he never actually knew who I was, but maybe some of like mean things that I said came across his feed over the years, and then maybe some things I said making fun of like Tim Walz or Joe Biden came across his feed, but he didn't correlate that person is that person. So he's like, do I know you?
There was another.
Or he thinks we went to camp together.
Michael
I don't
Staley's
know.
For You feed is just Jeff.
Yeah, like he wouldn't have seen Jeff's comments about him on one of the show because we had to bleep out the commentary because of the analogy that Jeff had made.
But now Brandon Staley, he's like shaved his head. He's got this gray beard. You see, even Tyrone Matthew didn't want to play for him, so he retired. Did you see that?
The last Jeff rival.
What's so funny, Tim?
It's so obsessive. You're being so. Things have gotten so
Oh,
good for you.
Thank
and
you.
You
I
can't,
was
you can't
mad.
let it go.
Rob. No, Rob. I don't know whether Rob, was getting told what to do, but my actual real rival didn't make this list from last year. Do you know what that was?
Oh God, is this something we have to beep out?
There's still
No.
one to go.
No
There's
beeps.
still one to go.
But like undisputed, my biggest rival did not even make the nominees. Who is it? Paul should know this.
I was gonna say it's Paul. I was
Is
like,
it Paul?
God.
No. No guesses, anyone?
No.
No.
Blue Sky.
Oh, Blueski.
Oh, I was going to guess Tom Brady.
See, this
No,
happens every
I
year.
still
Jeff.
think
Yeah,
there's a
Jeff, wait,
conflict of-
Tries to distract
Jeff,
from
what-
who is actually the biggest rival
Yeah.
by
It's a-
nominating things that like don't even make
Yeah,
sense.
it's a
Blue
misinformation campaign. It's
Come
just propaganda by Jeff. He's just creating
You're
a
fake
distraction
news,
over here
pal.
for the
No,
real news
because
over here.
I made fun of like the
ski.
blue. What's
Give
the
me
Blue
a
Jays
break.
record, Gary? In 62 and
This
42.
is all
63 and
prestidigitation.
43.
The Blue Jays are 63 and 43 at this recording, but they're 63 and 43 since Mike Wilner left Twitter for Blue Sky.
That is true.
Okay, and stopped annoying us.
Mike Wilner.
I don't know, but I
But
guarantee
here's
you
the
Jeff
thing,
Jeff
I
like has him on
actually
Google
fight-
and like refreshes
We'll
it.
We'll find out who
what?
Mike Wilner is next year when he's
Paul
Jeff's
is like
biggest
the
rival.
authority on this, but hear me out. Like that, Garion, what I sent you, that screen grab, that's the full exchange.
Yeah.
There's never been a follow-up. So I've always been in favor of like, we can expand this thing and there can be like Jeff's craziest incident of the year because those shouldn't be ignored. But a rivalry is like when I'm obsessed or there's a rivalry, I can't hide it. Like I tweet a lot about something. I don't think something that was literally like a 3-minute
You just told us
and
that
then never happened
Brandon
again.
Staley got his
is a-
hair cut.
Yeah, like this is all just
Well,
tangentially.
no, but I
Paul,
think-
Paul,
he
Paul,
makes a
Paul
good
wants to
point.
weigh in here as he is the curator of Jeff's biggest
No,
rival.
like Garion
will
was
say
following.
that
Paul
every
can
single
defend
year,
himself, but Garion was saying I made a good point. I was about to get credit.
No,
I
Paul.
will say it every single year in our private DMs, there are candidates that get brought up, and then we're like,
Yeah.
get kicked off of YouTube, and then we'll only be on Rumble, which is where Jeff wants to be in the.
I don't think this is true at all.
Yeah.
There's always ones that get left on the cutting room floor.
I had a rival who went to Rumble. What?
No.
I didn't hear what he said.
He doesn't care. He doesn't get it. Last
No,
nominee.
I can't hear. I couldn't hear it clearly.
Last nominee, the NFL Scheduling Committee, who you have accused of rigging the schedule to make the Los Angeles Chargers seem like more of a low-rent franchise.
Not even fighting this one. I'm not like no. I don't like the schedule thing is like I'm not like a
No, your current battle with Park Avenue is allowing Tom Brady to own a rival franchise and interview people and still call games.
Listen, there's a conflict of interest there. There is. There just is. Garion no. Like there just is.
That's what Cam would
it's
say.
so
Gary
funny.
knows.
Garion knows. Garion gets
No,
it.
Garion's agreeing with me. Garion, you guys see as
So
fair-minded.
this is all my candidacy to retain most sane, an award that I would like at some point.
Sure. Well, I'm just saying, and even the interviews with like Carroll and the GM around the draft, it's like, yeah, Brady was like really involved, getting, had him talking to quarterbacks, and then you ask Brady about, no, I don't know anything. I never speak to anybody. Blah, 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 blah. So it is a ridiculous conflict of interest. Like, let's just acknowledge it. That's all. And as a division rival, like Brady's not. Yeah, we're just good. I get Greg Olson games because he's just not doing fucking mine. Good. I win on that.
Do you like this
Maybe he'll be better
category
at the job this year.
the most when we do the show?
I think so. I just enjoy
What? Say that again?
the lady doth protest too much. Defenses, the
I don't
misdirection,
understand.
the misdirection of this is my real rival, not this shouting match I had at a DM on Twitter with
Well, I
some
think what he's
person's
trying to
brother.
say-
You know what? Michael Staley can henceforth be known as Custy Award winner, as Jeff's biggest rival with 57% of the vote.
A landslide.
Landslide victory. It's on par
And
with
I would say
Stefan's
that's why
car being stolen.
I mean, here's
It
the
was the
thing.
most shocking thing you said all year on the show.
That's fair. That's fair, but that's not what this is. How can something that
You
died
don't.
in
You
20
don't control the award, Jeff. The
Yeah.
people control the
I-
award,
I-
and this is what
But
they
how
voted
can
for.
I'm just get Gary and speak?
How
for
do you
me.
like
I
it?
speak for
I'm
me.
just like, again, I think all Jeff's trying to say, and this is kind of what we were saying when Tim got his credit on the free kick thing, where sometimes these don't like really fit into a category, but we have to get them in there. Like, this is the Jeff category. So maybe we have to look into like renaming it or giving him a second category as he was talking about. But this show doesn't need to be
I
longer.
don't think a second category would help me. I don't think that's a good thing.
I know,
I actually
I
want
like-
to fight against.
I
two
like
categories.
I like this idea that we can include both rivals and things like Jeff saying he's going to throw himself down the stairs.
Jeff's worst
Yeah,
behavior.
exactly. Like Jeff admitting this show that he faked an injury with his children because he golfed too much should be a thing next year. It can't like Jeff versus his old aching body can't be his biggest rival.
What about Jeff versus responsibility as a parent?
Yes,
his
exactly.
biggest rival.
No, it's more like
Certainly a
you can't
responsibility as an uncle.
Pat, like you go away for a week golfing, you get home, or for a week, you go away for a weekend golfing or a week, and you get home, and your wife asks you to like do something, and you do, you're like, oh, my elbow, like, oh, from all that golf, I really strained it. Like, they don't want to hear that. But let's say you just, chase around the kid, you trip over something that the 2-year-old left in the yard, and it's like, oh, my arm.
Jeff should
There,
compete
done.
for the Brazilian soccer team in the World Cup next year. He's got it down pat. He's got like 80% of what you need.
Your wife needs some of that deer antler
And
spray.
according to you, he has average mobility, so he can most definitely be on the team. Jared, you wanted to chime in with something. This being your first Custies as producer, let's hear it.
Yeah,
Oh,
just the
I
scheduling
actually,
committee's
Jared,
been
I've
robbed.
been more insane for Jared than ever.
No, I think the scheduling committee's been robbed. He was literally brought to tears at the hypothetical thought of the Chargers playing in Australia that time.
That's true.
In 2 years from now, he was actually welling up.
Well, Gary, and hear me
More
out.
bad behavior.
I think that like your season is dead. And that's why I'm thrilled they're going to Brazil this year, because there's no way that there'll be that game next year because they played their card this year.
But Rams, Chargers, LA versus LA. I don't know.
Yeah, they're going
That's
to
what
keep
the
that
Aussies
in
want to
LA.
see.
That's what the Aussies in Melbourne want to see.
See,
I did. That Jared's
we
right,
both
though.
do South African accents. It's not Australian.
South African is more like this. It's more nasally.
Jared's right. I did get emotional
It's from
thinking
a
about
nasally
my
person. Not all South
season
Africans
being
I
sound
over.
think South African has this accent, whereas Australian is more bass.
That hit it. But the one you were doing
Yeah.
before was South African.
Yeah.
You did good.
That was a good one.
All right, that's it for me. Take care, everybody.
Best Cuss Corner. We'll fly through
I
this.
hate this category.
Well, it was
Because like
better.
they aren't real anymore.
Well, it's before we started doing all the combos.
That's it, right? Like, we do like 2 corners a year, and the rest are just compilations.
Yes. Cuss Corner 47 was the winner with 40% of the vote. That was alcohol-free bars, trackpad versus mouse, delivery versus pickup, and tipping.
That seems like forever ago.
Those
We
are
talked
bangers.
about trackpad versus mouse.
Did you know that a juice bar opened up in Halifax, Garion, and Tim was all about it, claiming he was correct that an alcohol-free bar that they list on Google as a juice bar has opened up.
Have you gone to it though, Tim?
No, I have not.
Will you?
Probably.
No, you won't. Who are you gonna go with? Your other sober buddies?
Let me check it out.
You won't like the prices.
Probably
Put
not.
it that way.
Probably not.
And how much you'll have to tip, because you have to tip those places more to really support the people.
God. All right.
Last category.
Thank goodness.
Most insane person of the year. This was the first year that both myself, Garion, and Paul were all off the ballot. It's now a 1v1. There's no Paul spoiler, because Paul was good at getting like 11% of the vote.
Was I ever on the ballot?
Was it always Paul? I thought it was you.
Maybe you were 1 year, Garion.
I don't. Yeah, maybe one of the first years, but
know-
it's been a while.
Shame on Tim, because there was like a year or two ago, I gave him a chance. There were some chinks in the armor. He couldn't close the deal. I bet you I dog walked him. Like he dog walked me, I should say here.
Let's see. Tim Andercust, his player profile has long touted the thimble as the best piece in the game of Monopoly
Stand
and
by
believes
that.
that King Ralph to be a better received film than Guardians of the Galaxy.
God, I love that movie.
Geoff Fienberg has feuded with fake news outlets for attacks on bats and Rumble, in addition to a variety of media conglomerates such as No Laying Up or Golf Bet.
He has a lot of enemies.
I don't know what any of that is.
Yes, you
but
do.
honestly, this is gonna. I think there's a lot of documented stuff. Never mind. I'm not gonna
Pretty
do it.
muted campaigns from you both this year, though. I will say.
Well, I actually sat on some stuff. I had a whole Tupperware Tim campaign with him as Tim Walls.
Tupperware Tim.
But Tim didn't throw. I was only gonna counter punch. I was only gonna retaliate, and Tim, I don't know.
I got to
didn't
pick
throw
my
a single
spot.
punch.
I have to pick my spots.
Yeah, you
so
have to pick the right
I was
year.
wondering, Tim. Was it more that you wanted to pick your spots? Were you trying a more genial campaign strategy,
Well, just
hoping that people would like that, or have you just surrendered to the fact that you're always going to win this category?
Like last year, I had it 1, and then they gave comeback player of the year to Joe Flacco, and then it was gone. But had they
Why
given
did
it,
I get credit?
had they given
Like
it to
that-
Hamlin, like people would consider, it was already a pretty close vote
I
as it
couldn't
was.
lose.
If Hamlin
Like,
had
people
had
weren't-
won comeback player of the
Darian.
year, you would have won the
Darian,
vote. So
People
I knew
could
I
not
couldn't
vote
win at that
for
point.
me. I could never have been more right on anything, and respect to the people for being like, maybe Fienberg is crazy, maybe he is a little insane, but he literally called this thing on the freaking nose,
Which is why
You
I knew I couldn't win
cannot-
at that point. That year was gone. Like if he had been given comeback player of the year, it was over, and it was already really close. So last year and the year before, I had 2 great chances. We have to just.
So you're saying you're the biggest loser in the DeMar Hamlin saga?
No, but we bide our time for the right year.
Okay.
Maybe year 10.
That might be the year. You really have to wait for Geoff to do something worse than he's done,
And
then
it won't
just
be hard.
Pound it.
Jeff's getting.
You say that we're 8
I know,
years in,
but it feels like he's getting worse behaved every year.
You always say that we have nothing to do these shows about.
I mean, he's just like half the time he acts like one of those kids off of the Willy Wonka movie. He's got to wait for the right moment.
With 68% of the vote,
Okay, that's not that much
the
of a
most
mudslide.
insane person of the year, Tim Andercust.
So 2 and 3 people voted for me, and 1 and 3 didn't.
Aren't you humbled? Like,
No,
shouldn't
that's-
you learn?
For not having
Like, that's
run,
a landslide.
for not having
that's
run,
a super majority.
2/3. Having not run a campaign, if I'd run a campaign, I probably could have shaved that to 60-40, 55-45, but I wasn't going to win. So I'm glad that we saved our powder and kept it dry for the next year or the year after, whatever year I think I've got a best crack at it.
Maybe year 10 you can get me if we do it like a live
And
show.
that would be a
I think.
walk-off situation.
We just never see it again.
Maybe.
We would retire the
But
series.
people love this show. It's one of our highest rated shows
Yeah, but
of the year.
sometimes it's better to go out on top.
No.
Always want people
Here to get
there-
that bag.
There is such a thing as too much content.
The world doesn't seem to realize that.
There is too much content sometimes.
You're talking about watching AI generated videos.
Like I was thinking
on
for this
TikTok.
for like the football spread pick show, maybe we could like put a 90-minute stopwatch on the show. And like whenever the 90 minutes hits, that's where we end. Whether we get through 12 games, all the games, 2 games, whatever. When that 90 minutes hit, you would be so riveted to get in there. I just think it's a great idea.
I was thinking about breaking up the show into 2 parts.
No, I think it needs to be.
monetization on my part.
Okay, well, I think it's better to be one complete show for. Its
I would put it
purposes.
out as 1 on YouTube and 2 as the podcast, separated with Cust Corner at the beginning.
I guess.
When you spoke to the fans in Toronto
Yeah.
during the live show, what was the most common thing that they said to
The
you?
fans that went out of their way to travel to our show pretty much uniformly said they'd like it to go on for an extremely long period of time. But I just think it's so indulgent to go on for that kind of time.
Why do you think it's our highest rated show by a long shot?
Because it says football spreads.
But what about fantasy football rankings? What about NFL best bets?
I don't know.
Only one of these shows is 3 hours long every single week.
Oh, 3 hours.
Do you hate doing it that much?
No, it's such a long show, and I don't think we're giving the public what they want.
I think that you're right. It should probably be 4 hours.
I think
long.
if we did it in 2 hours or an hour and a half, we would give
we
everybody
would,
what
we
they
would legit get through 1 game. And here are the rest of the picks.
Tim, they just
doesn't
want to
Cam
hang
get
out
through, like,
with
every
you. They
game
don't,
on,
they
like, a
don't care what you
30-minute
think
show?
about the games.
Gabe gets through every game in like a 45-second clip.
Yeah, like doesn't Cam do a show where he does it in like 30 minutes?
I don't know.
Sometimes I
I don't watch that show.
I love when a podcast that I love or really enjoy like goes long. I don't have to finish it in a setting and in one sitting.
I mean, I know I'm not going
And,
to win this battle. I know I'm not going to win this battle. But it's just like
You like long podcasts.
depends on the pod. The 3 hours.
That's the thing. People like this podcast. They want to listen to it.
All right. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter whether I think that they want it or not. That's what we end up giving them anyway.
Well, that will do it.
I mean, do you want meatballs at the Christmas party? That pays for the meatballs.
It's true. That does
Exactly.
pay for the meatballs.
Pays for the meatballs, Tim.
I do like those meatballs.
That third
They're
hour,
really
that's
good.
the meatball hour.
There's a Tupperware for those. What? What's so funny? What did I miss?
Third hour is
You were too
pays
busy
for the
licking your
meatballs.
lips and then listening to Garion.
Oh, sorry. I haven't got my thing.
Tim, think about it. It's like it's almost Christmas in July or right around that time. So we're halfway to meatballs.
We are most of the way through the summer. Thank goodness.
Well, this is the latest we'll probably ever do the Custies. The live show took precedence this year. We'll probably do it around the Masters, I think is a really good time to do it, the end of April, because there's nothing really going on besides the NFL draft. We'll try to bang that out. Maybe, if you do let us know that we will get Tim out of live show retirement to do the 10th all-time Custies as a live performance at Radio City Music Hall in New York.
Seems like we would have some trouble filling out.
I don't know. Well, we'll hear. If people say they're going to come, they're going to come. I'm holding
You
them
like
to
that better than my idea of the MMN cruise, where it's just nothing but live Pat Mayo shows?
That show has, I guess the show would have, Garion has not seen that because that show has not come out as we are filming this.
Okay.
And
Comes
that
out tomorrow.
idea sounds horrible.
Yeah, Garion, would you want to do that? The Mayo Media Network cruise where you can meet all of us and be on a cruise where you don't get booze and we have to perform all the time.
and we can't go anywhere. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna throw him down the steps. I might jump into the ocean.
No, you
And
don't
we
get
don't
off
get off the boat.
You're not allowed to get off the boat.
You get off
according to
one
the-
No
time.
locations.
The best part is not getting off the boat.
I think
Ooh.
that might end up being a Custy Award winner next year. Your take on cruises.
I think it's best to stay in port, safer.
But you've never been to that place then.
No, I
As-
have
as
been.
we found
Yeah,
out.
I've been.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We got football coming up very soon, so a brand new line of Cust Corners every single week. Plus, we got the win totals. We've released a new Cust Corner, the live Cust Corner. So please help spread the show around. The show does great ratings, very good ratings every single year, but it could be better if you help share it around, all right? So help us out on that front. Smash the like, leave a rating and review if you've never done it. We'd really appreciate it. It goes a long way to help out the show. For Paul, Jared, Garion, Geoff, and Tim Andercust,
Not my name.
I'm Pat Mayo, and I'll see you next time.
That Mayo experience. Experience.